Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. Geek Out with Games Out comes to you once again with another Team GOWGO Wrestling podcast. We are your hosts, BlitzballChamp, and on the other end via Skype, HollywoodSinema. What's going on?
Nothing but wrestling.
It is all about the wrestling tonight.
It's always about the wrestling every night.
Yeah, that's true too.
Come on. Every night of the week, wrestling.
And we have tons of it tonight. Dude, we're loaded with tons of wrestling goodness.
So much goodness.
Like,
you could even say it's a Royal Rumble kind of size. More Rumble than ever.
like this is more than even like a sugar tooth could handle.
Okay. Too sweet.
Indeed. That's how good this is.
That's good. Pretty good.
So, we're going to go ahead and fire away.
Got to.
You know, while it's hot.
Yeah. I got pizza coming, so yeah, let's do this.
So, to begin this so action-packed of a GOWGO Wrestling podcast, we're going to start off with the complete announced mixed match challenge tag teams for Raw and SmackDown.
List them all.
So, yes, all 6 for Raw and all 6 for SmackDown have been made, and the brackets have been made and are ready to go for next week. Tuesday, next week, 10 p.m. That's the 16th, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the Raw side. So, first off, I'm going to name the teams, and then we'll go through them individually. So, for Raw, we have Finn Balor, Sasha Banks. We have The Miz and Asuka. We have Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss.
You got it.
We have Goldust and the Foxy one, Alicia Fox. We have Bayley and Elias.
Yep.
And we have Nia Jax and Apollo Crews.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to start right from the top.
From the tizzy.
Name the team, and we're going to give a grade.
Are we doing? Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Finn Balor, Sasha Banks. I guess you want me to go first or you go first?
You go first.
Okay. I think with the quality of this team between the two, Finn Balor, very popular, especially a lot more over now since, forming with the Balor Club.
You know it.
And then fusing him with Sasha Banks, the boss, the legit boss.
The legit one.
Who definitely has had quite a career. And just, I don't know, putting these two together, I mean, it's not my first choice.
No, I mean, it would be nobody's first choice.
But,
maybe me, but no, not even mine.
But I feel like, ability-wise, it's formidable. So, I'm going to give it an A-.
Okay. I'm going to go with an B+.
Okay, B+.
Because while they both are very high on the list of having the most wins in 2017, Finn Balor just up until now has been kind of garbo, and Sasha's been kind of irrelevant. Just as far as like main storyline stuff, so I'm interested to see what they can do with mixed tag, but then that'll have to do with like who they end up being paired against, because that's where it's really gonna matter, and or kind of tip me off to what is possibly gonna happen, because that's the way my brain works, because I'm that guy.
And definitely as far as styles, I mean, both kind of have like a little bit of high flying. I think Sasha probably possesses a little more of the technical submission style.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And Finn Balor's more the high flyer, speedy striker. So it'll be interesting to see how what kind of stuff they could do together.
Oh, absolutely.
So A minus for me, B plus for you. All right.
Yep. B plus.
Next, The Miz and Asuka. Take it away.
I mean, okay. I like the Miz. The team with Oscar. I guess it's going to depend on how much like interaction time I see with them, other than just them coming down to the ring to fight, which I think that's probably what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give it a B minus.
Really?
No. C plus. C plus.
Wow.
It's a pairing that is kind of interesting on one hand, but then when I think of the logistics, it just doesn't. It doesn't seem, and also thinking about who else is in this friggin' thing, it just doesn't. Because that's also what's coming in my brain too about who's in this. Because there's only one team I'm going to give an A plus to.
Okay.
Because it's going to be, but that's just because I know I'm used to seeing how things usually work in this arena. So to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so C plus for you.
Yep.
Charles.
Wow.
This one was really tough for me because you know how much I do like Asuka.
Oh, you love her.
I love her. And I mean, I've always appreciated The Miz for like how his career has been and just, what kind of impact he's made, in the WWE, especially for somebody coming from, likelihood of MTV.
He's awesome.
What makes me give it a lower grade than I really, really want it to is I just really cannot see how this kind of team would function, like based on like styles or just really. I really, really, really wanted to give this team an A.
Well, of course you did, because it had friggin' Asuka in it.
But I had to really, really, really think about it. Just
good.
I mean, I'm not saying they don't have a good chance of winning.
Oh, they have a very good chance of winning.
But just the look of the team, itself, just is not what I would really think. So I'm gonna have to give it a B plus.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But a lot of that is carried by Asuka.
Why'd you give me a really when I was about to say B minus?
Because you said C plus.
I know. Well, I went from B. When I said B minus, you were like, "Oh," I was like, "Ah," and then I thought about it some more, and then I thought about logistics of things. I mean, I wanted to give it a B minus, but I'm being a little harsh. I'm playing the Jerry Lawler role here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a heel.
Fair enough.
I'm a heel. Pow, 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 pow.
So,
brain.
So C plus for you, B plus for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss. Okay, I'll take this one first.
You go right ahead. Because I already know what mine is.
Honestly, like, to me, out of all the Raw teams, I really, truly feel this is the strongest. I mean, it's really hard to kind of take that away when you have the Raw Women's Champion and the Monster paired up.
The goddess and the monster.
I mean, it's the combination that on paper just really looks to be the favorite to win, for Raw or to win the whole thing.
All of it.
So, I mean, the Monster and the Blissful one.
Mm-hmm.
Got to give it an A plus.
Gotta have to.
I mean,
and I'm just gonna say ditto.
We're in agreement.
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, anything else is crazy.
Yeah, like
it's Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss, your current women's champion.
I mean, the
They're being
only
featured together for a reason. And Braun Strowman is going to be Universal Champion at Royal Rumble. So I'm a spoiler alert. He's going to win the Universal Championship. So even more so, those two are
mhm,
going to win it all.
yeah.
Synergy.
I mean, it's too strong of a pairing, and I think the only thing that just probably, you know, maybe is a negative is just the size difference, but that means nothing in this
Yeah,
case.
because the men are going to have to be in the ring when the men are in the ring, and whoever is in the ring when Braun Strowman is in the ring is going to get wrecked
Exactly. So I mean,
easily. They're going to get wrecked
so
because
we're
he's booked as a monster.
so we're both in agreement. A plus
Oh,
for Braun Strowman, Alexa Bliss. Okay,
hey,
okay, you start this one off. Gold Dust, Alicia Fox.
I'm going to go with a big old F.
Wow, that bad?
It's garbage. That teaming is garbage.
I don't think it's F
Are
worthy
you
though.
kidding me, man? It's dude, whoever they're going up against, automatic buy. Those two who literally have nothing going on, there's no way. There's no way. They have nothing going on. Nothing. Neither one of them. It's not even like one of them is like on TV, right? Not either. Neither. This isn't when Alicia Fox was doing. She was the the Raw women's team
Hmm.
captain or whatever. No, no. This is now. This is Alicia Fox being back to being Alicia Fox. She's done, son.
Well, I don't think
And I
they're all.
hate to say it because I love Goldust. I love Goldie. I love him.
Yeah.
I drafted that fool. I love him.
I I truly in my heart don't feel like they're F worthy.
I mean, I'm
So,
being harsh once again. The heel, but
but
yeah, it's horrible.
it is a very low quality team. I mean, not to take away from, their accomplishments cuz I mean, they're both former champions, but
Yeah,
looking at just where they're at now,
it's been a long time since they were champion too.
yeah.
Both of them.
So, I'm going to have to give them a D.
You are so kind to them.
Well, I honestly don't feel
I
like they're
am
F worthy.
so harsh. There, it's just S worthy because they're nothing, man. To me, they're just in there as cannon fodder. They're jobbers. They're about to job out this thing.
Dang.
They're jobbing this out, man. Come on.
Well, F for you, D for me.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Jobbed out, man.
All right. Next one, Elias and Bailey. Ugh. Um,
I like Elias, man. I like Elias a lot. Um,
this is a very weird combination.
I actually the least out of the two. Definitely, like actually, not even kind of like I definitely dislike. I don't dislike Bailey. I
Right.
just Elias is way more interesting to me than Bailey is, and I hate to say it shouldn't be that way, but Bailey's got nothing. At least Elias is like in the ring on a weekly basis, like being captivating and
Mm-hmm.
just having something going on in the ring. Like Bailey don't do anything. They don't let her. She doesn't do anything.
I'm going to also give them a D.
Uh, you know what? If I'm gonna give, I can't. The only reason I'm not gonna give them the same grade as as Goldie and
Goldie and
Fox
Foxy.
is because Elias is in this team.
Okay.
Only reason. Only reason because otherwise it would be garbage as well. But with Elias, I at least got to bump it up to a D.
Okay.
At
Huh.
least he brings it up a score.
Okay.
Bailey just takes away their everything else.
So, both in agreement for D.
D as in dumb.
Fair enough. And then the last Raw team, which you'll finish this one off, Apollo Crews, Nia Jax.
Okay, I am also pretty high on Titus Worldwide and and Apollo Crews, especially after that win on Monday, which made no sense whatsoever. Um, but Nia Jax though, Nia Jax has won me over. The beautiful nightmare wife, and I, um, we watched episode of Total Divas, and Nia Jax was featured, and it was just like I actually like Nia Jax. Like I think in her character up until then, her character did nothing for me,
Mm-hmm.
but since she's been paired with Enzo, I like her a lot.
Okay.
I think she's more interesting. With that and the Total Diva stuff.
Uh huh.
Um, Yeah, and I like Apollo Crews. They seem to want to do something with Titus Worldwide since Dana Brooks been finally brought on. Took forever, but there were certain circumstances that were going on at the time
Mm-hmm.
as to why she was not brought over. Um, but I'm glad they got that back. And she won. Who did she beat? Mickey James. Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
they've all won. So they're on the upswing at least until they Zack Ryder them. Um,
Right.
or primetime player of them even.
Mm.
Um, so I'm gonna go with Naya brings us up a lot. B minus. Yeah, B minus.
Okay. B minus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I had to really give some thought into this because I mean, while I am an Apollo Crews fan. You know, I've been following him ever since Dragon Gate back when he was Uha Nation. So always appreciated like his ability and just his style in the ring. Of course, Nia Jax, you know, she's a beast, and I just it's an interesting pairing, but it's one that I feel like could do some stuff in this tournament. Um, not as strong as some of the earlier teams, but I feel like team that could do some damage. So I'm gonna go with a B.
B. What did I give them?
B
B minus.
minus.
Yeah, but yeah, that's yeah, definitely B minus. Definitely B minus.
And so that covers Raw. Now
Raw teams done.
we're gonna switch gears to SmackDown. All right,
Really.
gonna call out the teams for SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So Shinsuke Nakamura, Natalia,
Shinsuke.
Big E, Carmella,
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn, Becky Lynch,
Mm-hmm.
Naomi, Jimmy Uso, Rusev and Lana, and Bobby Roode and Charlotte Flair. Okay,
Nice.
so let's start out with Shinsuke Nakamura and Natalia. You want to go first or me?
You go first.
Okay. Now we're on the SmackDown side.
Yep.
Not initially the combo that I was hoping for,
Well, duh, no.
but it does have
Uh,
me interested to see really what kind of stuff they could do.
yeah, they're both submission kind of. They do submission stuff, so
Yeah.
yeah, it could be.
And
I was thinking about when you said it, and yeah,
yeah. But I
but
mean, let's be real. Any team that has Shinsuke Nakamura is already like a huge boost in
yeah,
itself.
because it's got Shinsuke. Duh.
And even though Natalia's former SmackDown champion,
Yes,
because
she was. She was a recent one.
so I mean that kind of gives she has a good amount of stock. So I'm torn between
I,
either.
yeah.
I'm torn between an A minus or a B plus.
Hmm.
But I love Shinsuke. A minus.
All right, I'm going with a B.
Going for B. Okay.
Yep. Because of other people that are on the SmackDown side. Because there's another team I think that is poised to do way more just for because of who is in it,
Okay.
and also what I believe is going to be coming for one of them.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's something coming for Shinsuke too. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not. Well, I won't spoil who I believe will win the Royal Rumble, but yeah.
So B for you, A minus
Mm-hmm.
for me. Okay.
Yup.
Alrighty. Next, I'm very interested to see what you got to say about this one. Biggie Carmella.
Okay. Well, that team is not winning this, so I'm gonna go with. I don't really want to give them. I'll give them a C plus.
C plus. Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we all know that they're not winning,
Right.
and there's no way. It's unfortunate. Like, just thinking about the teams, they're the least likely team to win it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's only one other team that might be less likely, but that's because they're crazy. Rusev Day.
Oh yeah. So you said what? C minus or C plus?
C plus.
C plus.
They are both quality, but I just don't see it.
I'm. This was really tough for me because it's like, I mean, I know Big E's with the New Day. Everybody loves the New Day. Carmella is Miss Money in the Bank.
You know it.
I went with a C.
Yeah.
Mainly just because
it's not. It's like mine, just a C plus. I mean,
I mean, yeah, I picture Carmelo with James Ellsworth, Carmelo with Enzo and Big Cass, but just her and Big E. I just don't know.
Yeah.
It's the mystery about it. It's weird to me, but
it's a weird teaming. It's a real weird teaming.
Yeah. So I have to give it a C.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you pick C plus. I got C.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to do this one first.
Do it.
Sami Zayn, Becky Lynch.
Do it.
Man, this was not what I was hoping for.
I don't know why. That's a great team. I called it, man.
Oh man.
I told you.
Okay. I'm a big Becky Lynch mark. And I'm not discrediting Sami Zayn. I mean, I kept up with him quite a bit through Evolve and through ROH as El Generico.
Yeah.
I think ability wise, I could see them doing some good stuff. Like just with their kind of styles, I could see them doing some great stuff.
Yeah.
I think and I guess they can be very charismatic, especially Sami Zayn showed a lot of that, especially when he was a fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm being so harsh about this because it's not the team
not what
I
you
would
wanted
hope for.
Yeah,
but when I really think about it, just ability wise and just charisma wise, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think their chances of winning are strong.
No, they're not winning.
But the team on paper,
it's a good team.
Is a good team. So I'm gonna say B minus.
I'm gonna go with B plus.
B plus. Okay.
B plus because they are B plus players. They are great, but they are not going to win it all.
Okay. Fair enough. So B minus for me, B plus for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, one of our husband-wife teams.
Yeah, the two husband and wife team on the same show was very interesting.
Jimmy Uso, Naomi. Take it away.
They're a great team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with B plus.
B plus, okay.
Because they're not winning, but and also it kind of depends. These also will end up my decision on who will win the matches will also inform how I feel about these grades going forward. But right now, on the face of it, B plus.
B plus. I'm actually gonna agree with you. I feel like these two, especially between both couple teams, I feel like this one's definitely the stronger team, and just I'm excited to see what kind of stuff they'll do together. Like I think it'll really like get the crowd over, and just I feel like they have the chance to be a very exciting team.
Oh yeah, they're gonna
So
be great.
so I definitely I'll say B plus as well. I'll agree with you. That I think that's a good fair grade. Alrighty, and now our second team, Rusev and Lana. Well, it's obvious that Rusev's gonna have to carry the load,
Well, duh.
so that really damages the stock of this team. D plus.
She's just like God.
I'm
We
giving
gave him a
it
D.
D plus.
I'm giving him a C plus
What?
because it's Rusev Day.
Every day is Rusev Day.
Yeah, you crazy? I love Rusev. I love Rusev, Lana, whatever. But Rusev Day.
I mean, Rusev Day, I'm all for it, but
They
Lana's-
seem to want to. I can't give them less than I can't put them in the same score as like even close to Goldie. And no, I'm just thinking about other teams I've given D's. No, they are better than that.
Ugh.
Better than that, sir. No disrespect on Rusev Day.
All right, C plus for you, D plus for me. And then our final SmackDown team, Bobby Roode, Charlotte Flair.
Really? A plus.
I can't say A plus. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I can't say A plus.
The glorious one and the queen.
I will give them an A, but I won't give them an A plus. I just
They're the SmackDown team to beat.
it's just hard for me to give anybody on SmackDown, the teams on SmackDown, an A plus. I just
Oh, I'm giving it because Bobby Roode will be United States champion and then get attacked by Dolph Ziggler or something stupid at Royal Rumble or whenever they decide to finish that off. And Charlotte, hold on, is she the champion?
yeah.
Yeah, she's the champion. Get out of here. Get out of here. She's Charlotte Flair. Get out of here.
So A plus for you, A for me.
Yeah. What a convincing bite of pizza.
Oh, wow. Okay, so now that we got that over with, let's break down this first round matchup. Now,
First round matchup.
Now, of course, they're gonna only show one match per week, but we know the bracket, so we know everybody's gonna be facing everybody in the first round. So let's go ahead and get started with our picks. And they have the teams arranged as a Raw team versus a SmackDown team.
Yes, they do.
First up, Finn Balor and Sasha Banks from Raw will take on Shinsuke Nakamura and Natalya from SmackDown. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this was a hard pick for me.
Yeah.
This is really hard because Finn and Shinsuke, they'll tear the roof down anytime they're in the ring, whether it's together or against
It'll be
each
good.
other. I think what's really going to show which team succeeds is the women, Natalya and Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see how that goes down, but I feel like this is such a hard pick because it's really hard to pick a clear winner. I think it'll be a great match. I think it'll be a great first match.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna have Shinsuke in the same match as friggin' Finn Balor. Yeah.
But you know what? If
So
I
why
remember,
they giving this away they're giving it away for free.
yeah. But you know what? In the past, Shinsuke has gotten the best of Balor. So you know what? And I know this sounds petty. I think just because of that, I think Finn Balor and Sasha Banks advance.
Well,
Call it dumb, and it might be dumb, but this. It's hard for me to really pick. So that's just what I'm gonna go for. So Balor and Banks for me. What about you?
I'm looking at the brackets right now, and I'm also looking at who they would possibly be going up against the next week, and it's the Miz and Asuka versus Big E and Carmella. Big E and Carmella are not winning. I'm going to tell you, Shinsuke versus Natalya is happening because I don't feel like they're going to have a Raw versus Raw team that early.
Okay, so you're picking Shinsuke and Natalya.
Shinsuke, just out of the way the bracket sets, Think with my mind, not my heart.
Okay. And you pretty much gave the other one away, so you're picking the Miz and Asuka to defeat Big E and Carmella. As am I. I mean,
ain't no way. There's no way.
I mean,
there's no way.
Asuka would rip Carmella apart anyway.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
And not to downplay the Miz. I mean, I'm sure put up a great fight against
Intercontinental champion multiple times.
Yeah, Big E is also a former Intercontinental champion.
I know, but like once though.
Yeah, I know.
It's a travesty, but one time.
So
how many times for the Miz? 6, 7?
7.
Dude, he's basically Chris Jericho.
Pretty much.
I mean, come on, man. He didn't even fight China.
I think Christian has it 6, or
yeah,
no, Christian might have it 5.
Christian's amazing. I love.
Oh yeah, I love Christian. I wish he would.
I was so mad when you. We can't, unfortunately. I was mad when you drafted him. I was very annoyed.
I only went that way because you drafted Edge.
I don't
know. Okay, so we're both in agreement. Miz and Asuka advances.
You know what? Miz and Asuka definitely want to.
And I'm sure we're probably in agreement to this one. Braun Strowman, Alexa Bliss versus Sami Zayn and Becky Lynch.
Yeah, Strowman's definitely winning this. He's winning all of these.
I think Becky will put up a good fight with Alexa Bliss, but Braun Strowman's destroying Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn will get wrecked.
Yeah, so we're both in agreement. Strowman and Bliss advance.
I'm about to get ripped just like him.
Yeah.
Could be a squash match, but that's not going to happen.
It's not going to be a squash, but it's definitely going to be it's going to be rough.
Next matchup, Goldust and Alicia Fox versus Jimmy Uso and Naomi.
Come on, man. We even got to talk about this.
Nope, not at all.
Okay, Uso Naomi.
Uso
on to the
Naomi.
next part. Because Goldust Foxy ain't doing it. They ain't got the juice like that. It's not happening.
But she was the captain of the winning Raw.
That is a form of no. That is a Feel the Glow selling merch.
Yeah, that's very true.
Usos first day ish. There's no way Goldie and Fox, who probably don't even have T-shirts right now. No.
I don't. Now that you mention it, I don't even.
Neither one of them have shirts.
Goldust, I'm pretty sure does.
He does with R-Truth, but he does not have his own. Not anymore, except for that old one that he had when he first came back.
Yeah, I figured.
When was the last time you seen that at a show?
No idea.
Yeah, because you wouldn't.
So we're both in agreement. Uso and Naomi advance.
Yeah, those are clearance. That's a clearance team. They're clearance items, dog.
So,
I know. I look every day.
So next we have Elias and Bailey versus Rusev and Lana.
Yes.
This was another tough one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's really, really hard.
It's very easy for me.
But I just feel like
Ooh, thank you.
barely, but Rusev and Lana advance. Barely.
Are bugging. You know why? I just don't feel like they're once again like Bobby Roode and I mean it's just the pairings. I don't feel like it's going to be Rusev and Lana to go over. It's going to be Elias versus Bailey. Elias and Bailey because it's going to be. I mean, excuse me, oh boy, because I feel bad too because even the match after that, I feel it should be a tough one, but it's not. Just thinking about the way it's going to play out. So I'm going to Elias and Bailey.
Elias and Bailey. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the last one, Nia Jax, Apollo Crews, and Bobby Roode and Charlotte Flair, which I'm sure we're both in agreement. Bobby Roode, Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, Bobby Roode and Charlotte Flair definitely are advancing.
Speaking of which, have we ever even seen Nia Jax and Charlotte in the ring against each other, other than the
But in a match, I believe one time.
Because it sure has been a while.
Well, yeah, it's been a long time.
Huh. Interesting, but yeah. So Roode and Flair were in agreement that they will advance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So wow. So that means it won't be until week 7 that we would see the start of the second round.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand what they're doing for that second chance vote, since they want to make sure that nobody gets a bye, because the teams would be uneven. So that I kind of understand, and it'll be interesting once it gets to that point, what the fans decide. But so 12 weeks this tournament will take. So it's one match a week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this kicking off. Like I said, this coming Tuesday, 10 p.m.
Tuesday
on Facebook Live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that covers the Mixed Match Challenge. So let's get into the weekly stuff. So starting with Raw. So Nia Jax looked rather strong.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Taking it to Asuka before a match ever began. So that looked really good. Kind of throw a wrench into the system as
great.
Asuka is still, I guess, being pushed to eventually challenge Alexa for the title.
Absolutely.
So this is good. This is good. This is good for Nia. So I approve.
She came out looking real good because when Alexa tried to tell her that Asuka said something about her, that she basically was like, she doesn't speak English, and it was like, okay, cool. So Nia Jax can't be manipulated,
right?
In that way. It was a good thing for our character.
Yeah. Let's see. Woken Matt Hardy made quick work of Kurt Hawkins
with his new music.
Yeah, which. Oh man, that's. Hold on. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Had to sneeze. Which that was really. That was interesting entrance music. That was really interesting.
Yeah, I liked it. It was on the piano.
I mean, I figured there was going to be some piano playing it.
Gotta be.
Like, oh man, just yeah. The Miz is back.
Mm-hmm.
And
great promo.
Yes, indeed. And it was really, really good to see him take it to Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And it was really a great way for him to return. So I can dig that.
He looked dominant. He was dominant on the microphone, and then he was dominant in his actions against Roman Reigns.
Yes, Absolutely. He wants that Intercontinental title back ASAP.
Well, how do you feel? Okay, do you think he's going to win it Monday?
No.
No. Okay.
Unfortunately.
If he doesn't, what does that mean for the Royal Rumble? Because Reigns is going to be in the Royal Rumble.
True. Well,
and it would make more sense to get the belt off of him.
Yeah, so but he's not going to win the Royal Rumble, though.
Well, no, but you at least get him into a separate storyline.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I was thinking about this. That's a good point. Yeah, it'll be interesting if the Miz does end up winning. It'll be interesting to see how he does win.
Yeah.
But let's see. Samoa Joe defeated Rhino. Not surprised.
She quit. But
yeah.
also, but now that we know that he's injured, it also makes sense.
Yeah, but he, still should be able to return and be in the Royal Rumble, though.
Yeah, but I don't know what that means for his possible feud with John Cena.
Oh yeah, good point. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sasha Banks and Bayley get one up over Absolution.
Oh yeah, that was that.
Wait, what was that?
Of the Sasha Banks Mandy Rose?
Yeah, you were. It cut off.
Oh, sorry, I hated it. She shouldn't have. Mandy Rose shouldn't have lost.
Ah, right.
She tapped. She looks real weak now.
Yeah, she tapped out to the bank statement.
I don't know what the thought process is behind, and it's just another problem. They do it. They just copied the same thing on Smackdown again.
With the Ruby
Riott, yeah, where Ruby Riott lost to, and she was tapped out. It was just like, really? I thought these girls were coming in like strong, but all of a sudden they're already the jobbers to the more established ones. Okay, this is WCW New Blood all over again.
Yeah, it does definitely seem like that. Yeah. And let's see. Of course, Cedric Alexander won, but
he
via
won.
Count out.
Yeah, he's not the champion yet. He'll be the champion soon.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be on the first attempt, so I'm not surprised. No. I just hope
they love chases.
It won't take too long. So, of course, Titus Worldwide defeated Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yeah, I didn't know where that made no sense.
Yeah, and yeah, that I wasn't really expecting that either, but
no reason to. Insane.
It was good to see the Balor Club get one up on half of the Shield and Jason Jordan, which this whole thing with Jason Jordan just like.
Oh, I love it.
We're the best. We're the champs. We're the best. We're the greatest.
He's going heel, dude. That's why it's so good.
I just would rather have American Alpha back, but
I mean, yeah, I'd rather have American Alpha too. But Jason Jordan's gonna be an awesome heel when they finally pull the trigger. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, be Black Kurt Angle Jr. But okay. Do you have anything else for Raw specifically?
There was a tease when Kurt Angle took that phone call that a female entrant to the Royal Rumble hasn't wrestled in years, but I know two people that have been contacted, and one of them is definitely going to be in it. And her name is Molly Holly.
That would totally rock. Like,
No, she's apparently official. She's officially going to be in it.
oh, sweet, sweet. That would be really cool. I wonder, is she coming back with the blonde hair, or is
Or the bald?
or nah? I don't think she.
I don't
The
know.
bald hair.
I remember
No
the
way.
bald. I remember the bald thing.
But
But yeah, there's They also contacted Michelle McCool, but she's not 100% yet.
oh, Michelle McCool. Okay, former Divas and Women's Champion. She was the first ever Divas Champion.
And
Yep.
Undertaker's wife.
Yep, Undertaker's wife. Yeah, that'd be really good. Michelle McCool's a great wrestler, and she helped made history. I mean, I know the Divas title isn't as prestigious as some of the
No.
other,
Hot garbage. It looks like shit.
but I mean, she was the first one to win it.
Yeah, that kind of looks like doo-doo.
It's the butterfly title.
It's so gross. It's so gross.
Oh man. But yeah, Molly Holly, Michelle McCool, that'd be really cool.
Among others, because there's still rumors that Lita or Trish could also appear.
I still think it'd be good to see Beth Phoenix.
That'd be cool. I wouldn't be surprised if she was there.
Yeah, I think she'd be good, especially being one that has some Royal Rumble experience.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, when she did enter the Royal Rumble, it was before they had the women's Royal Rumble.
Well,
so,
yeah, she was in the men's Royal Rumble.
yeah, so
Hell's Court. Dun, 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 dun.
so I guess it would be interesting to see how she would do in the women's Royal Rumble.
She'd probably dominate pretty good if she was still as large with the muscles.
Yeah, she'll probably glam slam a couple of ladies.
Kind of has to, right? Because most of the women now are pretty small. Other than the Jacks, like they're like under 5 feet. A lot of them. So.
Well, Beth Phoenix isn't that tall. She's just.
I know, but she's taller than 5. She's like 5 something.
Well, then again, everybody's taller than Alexa Bliss. I mean,
I know, but not much though. Those other than Charmina, Nia Jax. Those are definitely the tallest. The rest of those girls are pretty small.
Yeah, and even Asuka's small.
Ruby Riott looks super small too. Like they are very small.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Paige is definitely small.
Yeah, but Morgan's basically an action figure.
Sonya Deville's a little bit taller.
Yeah, she's a little bit taller than others.
Yeah,
but yeah, most of those women are very short. Which makes sense. But it's just interesting because I feel like the Glamazon was taller than Santino, and Santino's like 5 something.
yeah. I would believe that.
And Santino's definitely taller than most of the women in the women's division right now. For sure.
Yeah. I think around that time, I think one of the two of the smaller ones were Layla and Melina.
Yeah, because Michelle McCool is tall.
Yeah, she was one of the tallest ones.
Yeah,
her and Eve Torres.
Yeah,
but anyway, that concludes for Raw. You got anything else for Raw?
Not a thing.
All right, switching gears to SmackDown. So,
hold up, Raw. We didn't talk about Braun Strowman segment. With,
that's right.
Brock Lesnar and Kane, where he pulled down the scaffolding or the set stuff. It was so good.
Yeah, thank you so much for reminding me of that.
Yeah, I almost forgot about it. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, that was amazing. Just like
a grappling hook. Oh, it was great.
Like just the way that he kind of looked up and looked down and then looked up, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm doing this."
The way he threw Brock Lesnar and then that empty crate fell on his face. That was so good.
And he's a NC hometown kind of guy.
He is. He's got the NC Strong tattoo.
But yeah,
Country Strong.
Everything,
North Carolina, baby.
Everything is really looking like it's pointing in the right direction for Braun Strowman to get the Universal title. So
he's gonna win at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I mean the big man can do a kip up. It's
He
crazy.
is amazing. He's going to be Universal Champion. It's going to be great.
So that was, another strong example of Braun Strowman's monster-like power, and just like, yeah. I mean, just his entrance music just sends chills. Just
Rah!
yeah.
So good.
But cool. Smackdown.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you had mentioned it earlier, but seeing my Irish crush make Ruby Riott tap out.
Horrible idea.
I'm okay with it only because I like Becky Lynch.
It ruins Ruby Riott, man. She's the leader of a stable, and she's been defeated.
By the first ever Raw Women's
Yeah,
Champion.
and that stable has been around for basically a month. Month and a half, maybe.
About a month and a half, maybe.
That
2
is
months.
very quick to have them lose all momentum.
Yeah.
That is extremely quick. Almost like you didn't mean to do it. Like, like you were just like, oh shit, we didn't mean to give you guys a push. Okay, you guys are from NXT. Fuck you. No.
But I felt like, I guess maybe their thing was they had to eventually give them a loss, like one loss.
It shouldn't have happened before the Women's Royal Rumble.
I see what you're saying, though.
Because it makes them look dominant going in, and then you have them being defeated in the Royal Rumble quickly, or not even quickly, but just like in succession, and that's how you kind of protect that stable and give the good guys a win, and without like a disservice to that stable of heels.
Yeah.
To me, anyway, in my opinion.
Oh, it makes sense.
Best way to do it.
It definitely makes sense. But yeah.
They didn't do that. They ruined it.
She tapped.
So there's no reason for them to have any more animosity against each other. Okay, I guess we're moving on, right?
Dang.
I mean you see what I'm saying? Like that's what Becky Lynch making Ruby Riott tap does.
And you also got to remember Becky Lynch just recently returned, so I mean, they kind of
okay. The Miz didn't come back and win his championship back.
Well, he wasn't in a match though.
That's what I'm saying. That's another thing. Like you could have had her like make a save for somebody again, but they kind of wasted it the other week though. But yeah, you probably want to make the leader of a new heel stable look like they can actually do something on their own. It's a very weird choice.
And then again, to be fair, it's not like Ruby Riott's win-loss record in NXT was impressive.
No, but she also didn't have the same effort put behind introducing and sustaining that over like this month and a half. They've been featured.
Yeah, that's true.
Every week.
That makes sense.
And then all of a sudden it's for nothing. It was literally just to give Becky Lynch somebody to beat when she came back.
Yeah, and it just happened to be Ruby Riott.
Yeah, could have been anybody. Didn't have to be Ruby Riott. You could have let that storyline continue on. Nope. Get it over with, right? Like it's over. Get it over with. We ain't got time for that.
I was really surprised. Breezango got the victory over Rusev Day and Aiden English.
That is weird. I don't know what they're doing. There seems to be like a weird just dropping victories to like a team drops a victory to another team. It seems to be with no rhyme or reason at this point, because that was very similar to the way that they did the Titus Worldwide and the Bar. Made no sense. Because Rusev Day has had all the momentum going in. The only team that's had more momentum than them so far has been what's his name? The Gable and Benjamin.
Oh, Gable and Benjamin, Chad Gable. And
They
Shelton
beaten
Benjamin.
New Day. They beaten pretty much everybody, but then all of a sudden they get beaten by Breezango, who've been getting wrecked.
Yeah. And
Weird choice.
it's not like Breezango has a lot of matches anyway.
No, they're barely on TV, and they won against a team who is on TV once again every week.
Yeah, and is over with the crowd.
Yeah, they're on TV every week, and the crowd responds to them.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's the exact same thing. It's so weird. It's basically the same thing as the bar in Titus Worldwide. It's like they just copied and pasted scripts.
Yeah.
Mad-
I know the Ascension lost to the Bludgeon Brothers, but I hope a feud can stir up between those two teams.
That'd be great. I just don't know if they're gonna let the Ascension look dominant ever again. So.
And that's the big problem I have, and it's why I'm so upset why WWE won't really pull the trigger on them. I mean, they gotta remember, like, they're the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champs, and it's like, you know, at one point you had the Ascension obliterating everybody, like, through their careers in NXT, you know, and it's like.
But here's the thing, though. You said a very important 3 letters there. They are from NXT, and we all know what happens to people from NXT that are not Seth Rollins and Big E.
And Neville when he was here.
And Big E and Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah, Big E. Yeah.
That's it. Everybody else can kick rocks. And I mean, except for Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn to a lesser extent, he can still be told to kick rocks a lot of times because they always have him lose. Everybody else from NXT, they don't give 2 shits. Charlotte, Bobby Roode, they seem to, but I don't know why they didn't pull the trigger on the United States Championship with him.
Sasha?
But yeah, it's Sasha,
Alexa.
not Bailey, Alexa Bliss. Like, there's a good, but this thing about all the ones that didn't make it or that are just doing nothing. I mean, because even Becky Lynch, she had a quick, well, not even quick. It took her a while to get to finally getting a championship.
Yeah, because she never won the NXT Women's title.
And then she was knocked off by Alexa Bliss, a newer one.
Yeah.
It was like, we're not super into you, so Alexa Bliss got you.
And Alexa Bliss never won the NXT
nope.
Women's title
Sure
either.
didn't.
So.
I mean, neither did Charlotte.
Yeah.
Only Bailey, Sasha, and Paige did.
Wait, Charlotte won the NXT.
Is she?
Yeah.
When? Oh, she beat Paige.
Yeah.
She's the one to beat Paige. I forgot about her match against Natalia. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's so forgettable.
Because they had Bret Hart and Ric Flair there.
Yeah, that was a forgettable run for me. Because it was the only thing I cared about was when Sasha finally beat her. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah. Although I was hoping she would make her tap and not be a roll up.
Dang, wow. Yeah. How many times has Charlotte tapped?
Not until the main roster.
Yeah. And even then, not that many times. Because she's tapped to Sasha and Becky.
Yeah.
That's it.
But
then again, there isn't anybody else that really does submissions like that.
So, of course, obviously, Mojo Rawley defeated Zack Ryder in the United States Championship Tournament.
Yeah, there was a Fallout video that's pretty interesting from Zack Ryder, just kind of talking about how he's basically just seen friends of his lose their dream by getting fired from WWE, and he doesn't know why he's still there. It's a weird Fallout video. It just doesn't. I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was definitely in kayfabe, but he was still speaking truth. Like a lot of people he was there with are gone and no longer wrestle.
And it's not like Zack Ryder has had a terrible career. I mean, he's what?
No, but his career has had a lot of valleys.
Yeah. I mean,
and even his peaks aren't so high.
What, former U.S. champ, former Intercontinental champ, He was tag team champ too with
Yes.
Kurt Hawkins, right?
Mm-hmm. The Edgeheads.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's definitely it.
So could be better, but it's not like at the direct bottom.
Yeah, he's never going to be WWE champion.
Right. Shoot, especially not before Kofi. If that happened, I would.
No, that's not. Yeah, neither one of them is ever going to be WWE champion.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody out of the New Day, probably Big E would have the best
Big E
chance.
would be the only one I can see win the WWE championship out of them. I mean, I would love for all of them to do so, but Big E's the only one I can actually envision it actually happening at some point.
Even though Kofi would be qualified to.
Well, absolutely. His his career is Hall of Fame worthy, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Just not. He's not that level tier of guy. They tried to do it for like a second, or it seemed like they were trying to, and then they fed him to Randy Orton.
Because I honestly thought he was gonna kind of go a similar path like Christian did.
Yeah.
But then again, Christian, see what Christian like, because he was a big hit on ECW, held the championship for quite a long time. But even just before that, and like European champion, tag team champion, and just
highly decorated.
Yeah, like he's got himself a trophy case, I bet, of the championship belts.
Impact Championship. Back in the day when it was good, or at least decent.
But then, he did eventually win the top title. I know he didn't have it for long.
No, but it was a good story. I liked it. I mean, it made me very angry when they took the belt off Christian so quickly.
Yeah.
But that I always forget it in the moment because I'm just like, oh my God, what is happening? But to elicit that kind of reaction from somebody, namely like somebody who's been watching this stuff as long as I have, or you have, or any of that, to get us like invested in a story. Especially, can I say this, including Randy Orton? Because Randy Orton's like watching paint dry sometimes. Personality wise, love Randy Orton, but he is real dull sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just very robotic a lot of the times, but I like him, but he's very robotic at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It's just, I don't know.
But I feel like, give another year or so, Christian will be inducted to the Hall of Fame, probably by Edge.
Yeah, he kind of has to be by Edge. Only other person I could think would be Randy Orton after listening to him on the ENC podcast. But yeah, it'd be Edge for sure. Come on. Edge. Yeah. Not going to be Gangrel for sure.
Gangrel.
It's not going to be Gangrel. White Wolf would not allow the licensing.
Yeah. But, man. Oh, and I tell you, I need to really consider sitting down and watching some of these episodes of Table for Three.
Yeah, you haven't. Hold on. You haven't watched them?
Never watched a single one.
What are you talking about?
I figured it was all hype and just.
Oh my gosh! I've watched Goldust, R-Truth, and somebody else, maybe Miz. I don't remember. I saw the one with Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens and some other person I can't remember. The New Day one is a favorite of mine.
So they're really good, eh?
They are rather good. They're rather good. I think I didn't see the one with the old timers. I didn't watch that one, but I've watched the majority of at least the first batch, well, for sure.
Okay, and I can watch them all on the WWE network, right?
That is correct. You can watch them all for $9.99 on the WWE network.
$9.99.
My E's look like nines backwards. Nine.
You're silly. Let's see. Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, of course, upset that they're not SmackDown Tag Champs.
Yes, although if Chad Gable was to think for 2 seconds and be like, well, I wasn't even the legal man and I went for the pin and it makes no sense. Well, I would be mad about that, but okay.
Yeah.
Just be a heel, man. Just be a heel.
Yeah.
Don't wrap it up in you being like, I should have won this, even though I obviously had broken the rules and hadn't actually legally tagged in. So whatever, man. Like, get the f out of here. Makes no sense. It was good in the moment, but it should have been handled a little. It shouldn't have been the illegal man pin thing.
Yeah. And then we had AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Randy Orton.
Damn shame.
Taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Okay. I love Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn together. They are the best.
As do I.
My problem with this is, I hated it. But this my problem with this kind of match is when you put the heels in situations where they're ganged up on.
Oh yeah, this was definitely a gang job.
It's kind of a problem. It no longer leaves your good guys in a place of moral high ground, right? At this point, they should have gotten their pound of flesh from these guys after whooping their ass for multiple weeks. Them doing it now is just them being just piling on, and that's some heel shit to do. So when the bad guys behave in a bad way to basically save their ass, that makes sense to me. That makes them endearing because they're willing to say, "Oh, okay, Shane's going to come out here and make this a 3-on-2 handicap match because he doesn't like us," which is insane. Because he's the boss. Like, why? What are you doing? Trade them someplace. Get them out of there. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but
it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It stopped making logical sense a while ago, but now it's just like, are you for real?
But I'm hearing like it seems to be that one is pointing in the direction of potentially Daniel Bryan getting cleared and returning to the ring as a heel.
Yes, which would be fun, but once again, I would ask the question: couldn't Shane McMahon just fire that fool after that?
Probably wants to make them suffer. I guess.
Yeah, that's a problem too when your good guy wants to make somebody.
Yeah.
This is not the long kiss goodnight where they go and kill the fools at the movie. Like that is extreme.
If it was like Stephanie McMahon, I could totally see that.
Yeah, this guy, he's supposed to be a good guy. He's not supposed to be a heel. That is a heel thing to do.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's just like when Rusev is getting booed for being foreign prior to now. And it was like, but dude, he's making a lot of sense. Why is he's just getting booed because he's not from here.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes the crowd look horrible if you look at it objectively. And that's kind of the stuff I don't like in wrestling.
Well,
where it feels like, it's kind of wrestling in itself where
it's subjective. Do that a lot.
It always annoys me where it's just like, this logically, the bad guy is in the right.
Yeah.
Just for the way they behave to a situation, they're in the right. Maybe how you got there, maybe not, but they were taking advantage of the situation. And you're independent contractors. What the hell are you supposed to do?
But
if you're not given what you think you're supposed to be given.
I do feel like for certain ones, like a long time ago, they used to really, really take it over the edge with how far they pushed it with like wrestlers like Muhammad Hassan, Tiger Ali Singh.
Yeah, that stuff was awesome. That stuff, those bad guys are like actually being bad.
Yeah.
And then they try to make their point to kind of cover up their badness.
Yeah.
But when it's a case where it doesn't make any sense, it's like, you've got to be shitting me.
Yeah.
Like, this is exactly what Daniel Bryan did, and you're giving them shit. Like, of course Daniel Bryan's going to go heel because you're literally doing what Triple H did to him, to them. He should go heel. And technically, to me, that would be him not going heel. That would be him, just, like, literally remembering how things are done when a McMahon or a Helmsley is involved and how they abuse their power.
Pretty much.
Like, come on, man. Like, this isn't brain surgery. This is very simple reaction and action, like actions and reactions.
It's simple mathematics.
Oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, it is. I mean, it's odd when they don't, like, I guess the writers don't think about that because they don't care, because it's just everything is with a wide stroke.
Yeah.
They
pretty
just keep it
much.
simple, stupid. They don't care if you think about it, which I get. It's fine. It's basic. It's school lunch. It's made to be bland for everybody, so you don't get sick. I got that from friggin' Girl Meets World. Holla.
Right on, right on. Um, okay, so I don't have anything else for SmackDown. Do you?
Ain't nothing left except for I'm getting sick of Sami Zayn being left high and dry to get his ass kicked by all the good guys. Because if he is not the one to pin AJ Styles and win the universe, it'll all be for naught.
Ah, yeah. Fair enough. Fair
And
enough.
also, there is a rumor that this will start a feud between another feud between Sammy and Kev, that they'll turn on each other.
Wouldn't surprise
During the-
me.
No, but it's just like, really, you gonna make me have to sit through another, like, and I hate to even say sit through another Owens and Zayn match at Wrestle, like, but because that'll be amazing. But I just don't want to see that match.
Yeah, it's
I just
like,
I don't. You already told me that the last one was going to be 3 years ago, and now they're back as again.
yeah.
It was dumb that you moved to the same show in the first place, but you had to. 'Cause they were basically damaged goods on the shows they were on.
So, shall we move to 205 Live?
205 Live.
All right. Um, so TJP is back. Well, he returned like, the previous week. Had another match with Grand Metalik, lost, and he threw a little Alicia Fox ish kind of tantrum.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I'm glad he's back, but dang, they really had to make him like that. Well, I mean, he's a heel, so it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is a heel.
Yeah,
They could just find something better for him to do, but
yeah,
nope.
exactly. But who knows? Maybe it'll be all cleared up, and maybe he'll eventually get another cruiserweight title push at some point as a heel. But
Yeah, maybe, but no.
I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Don't you do it.
Of course. So now Hideo Itami and gentleman Jack Gallagher faced off. So it's looking like this is a strong feud. Considering the Brian Kendricks on the shelf because of Itami.
Oh yeah.
So this makes sense. But Itami is going to be dominant, and I think he's going to stay dominant for a while. I understand that last week, or the previous 205 episode, before last week, Jack Gallagher got the upper hand. But for the most part, they're keeping Itami strong. And I think it'll slowly build his stock more and more, and then he'll eventually get a push for the cruiserweight title.
Oh yeah.
But, if I were to say, he's probably one of the real strong, like the second strongest face on 205 Live next to Cedric Alexander.
Yeah. They don't really have a lot of strong faces.
Yeah, because Mustafa Ali's been kind of MIA.
I can't speak for the last couple episodes of Superstars or Main Event. I can't remember which one it is now. I know they always have like a cruiserweight match, but I can't speak for him being on a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. I'm reminded. I forgot. TJP's return match, that was Akira Tozawa. My mistake.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he did defeat Akira Tozawa. So, but yeah, I just feel like, he's Mustafa Ali's been kind of MIA. Lindsay Dorado, only been seeing him on main event.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
He's like Leo Rush. Except for he gets on TV more than Leo Rush.
yeah. But it's like, yeah, we're all the 205 live faces.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with that.
Hmm.
They got rid of most of them, it looks like. You know?
Yeah. So, Cedric Alexander gets a win over Tony Nese. I mean, just continue to show that he still is the main number one contender. I mean,
You know what?
nothing really was surprising on this past episode of 205 Live. So
Not a ting.
Yeah. Do you have anything? I don't have anything else.
Absolutely jack shit.
Alrighty, on to NXT. Okay. Of course, starting off, we have Shayna Baszler's NXT TV debut.
Oh yeah, I watched that. Oh boy, that was rough. I felt bad for Dakota Kai.
And that's my girl.
I like Dakota. Oh, it was rough. She beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, and I don't know if
dog piss out of her.
I don't know if the injury's kayfabe or not, but it looked real.
Yeah, but I assume it's not. But yeah, Jesus.
But
because this way like it occurred, it looked like the deliberate thing. So whenever it looks deliberate, I'm just like, oh, okay, no, you're not actually injured.
But so a lot of build up. Just she's been striking at the Performance Center, just being a bully, and honestly, with just how rough she's making it look.
Yeah.
And right now, just of course, at the end, Ember Moon stepping up. Honestly, Ember Moon might not have a long title run at all.
I don't feel like she is. I feel like she's a transitional thing, and then she'll get moved along after losing again to Shayna Baszler.
So I guess
I feel like she's going to make the move sooner rather than later. Although I heard that it's only going to be Royce and Kay, but I feel like they could also just bring her over to SmackDown and put Royce and Kay to Raw, and you're good.
Because the only thing that I could see, if she is gonna beat her for the title, then it only means that it's eventually gonna set up Baszler, Kairi Sane.
Exactly.
Because Kairi Sane's the only one that's defeated her in the Mae Young Classic. So
correct.
And it's interesting too because they haven't shown Kairi Sane on TV yet since she's got choked out by Shayna Baszler.
She's going to be making the save on somebody soon.
Yeah.
I should say.
But yeah, it looks like Ember Moon, Shayna Baszler is set to happen.
A takeover, right?
I don't know if they.
Or at least that's the rumor that I heard.
Yeah, it seems like that's.
I feel like they're going to it now.
Yeah, they're gonna pull the trigger on that because there's really nobody else.
Nope.
So.
Nobody.
Ugh, that's going really. Because Moon has only had one title defense.
Yeah,
she's only had one.
Why? But don't matter.
Well, poor Dakota Kai. Because I like Dakota Kai.
Who heck can you not? She's awesome. But she got her shit pushed. She got her shit wrecked because she just whooped her ass, man.
Yeah, I don't think she got the least bit of offense.
No, she pushed her.
Yeah.
And then that was a wrap.
But yeah, Shayna Baszler wrecking folks early.
Yeah.
But
doing damage.
But damaged the arm, and then after the match, put the Kirifuda clutch on her, and just dang.
She's a bitch.
Cassius Ohno had a match with Raul Mendoza. I do like Raul Mendoza. I like his ability.
Yeah.
He'll be in NXT for a while, but I saw flashes of him at the Cruiserweight Classic, but it's good to see him showcase more.
That's the bald head guy, right?
No, that's Fabian
No,
Eichner.
Yeah. I like him. That's what I was thinking. I like him.
But
Which guy is this from the Cruiserweight Classic? I can't remember.
Raul Mendoza, I'm trying to think. Who did he face first in the first round of the CW Classic? Oh yeah, the Brian Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. He was pretty alright.
Yeah. But they're showcasing him more on NXT TV, so I think that's really cool. But Cash Sono gets the victory, of course. Don't know where this is going. I guess, try to establish Ono back in the win column.
Gotta do a lot.
So
he loses a lot.
Yeah.
He loses way too much, man.
And then
it's me.
Yeah. Then we had Leo Rush get destroyed, although while putting on a nice little cat and mouse effort.
Yeah, for a while until he got caught.
Got destroyed by the freak Lars Sullivan.
Did you watch the promo? Did you watch the promo after that he had?
I did.
That was good.
I did, and
it better mean something.
Yeah, I think it will.
I'm assuming it means he's going to 205 Live.
Yeah, and honestly, I felt like he would have been a better fit there anyway.
It makes more sense for 205 Live.
And I didn't realize that he was only 23.
Oh yeah, he's young as shit.
I didn't think he was that young.
He looks like a baby.
I didn't think he was that young.
I actually thought he was younger.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he was like 20.
Jeez.
Cause looking at him, he looks younger as shit.
Dang.
I mean, he does. He looks younger as all hell.
I mean, I figured he was like maybe mid-20s, but he's 23. But yeah, just like things haven't been going well for him, and he has not had any issue with voicing that via Twitter. So, I mean, I get it, but I just hope it didn't really. I hope he doesn't dig a hole deeper.
Yeah,
because he's a great talent. Great talent.
Yeah, he's real good. He's really good. But yeah, no. Excuse me.
Because I got to see him live during the Top Prospect tournament last year. So yeah, Leo Rush the real deal. I mean, the Prospect tournament, the before the previous one.
Yeah.
But he's a real deal. But yeah, I think 205 Live would be a better destination for him.
Much better.
And then we had Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, who took out Sanity, who were originally supposed to get the tag title rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up getting replaced by Roderick Strong and Aleister Black. So, honestly, ever since Aleister Black got pinned by Gargano, now it's like they're okay with having Aleister Black lose more. In succession.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes me wonder,
what the fuck?
Could you see him defeating Adam Cole at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, or does Adam...
Oh, yeah. Well, it just kind of depends on the title picture at the time, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because if it's a good guy, Adam Cole's probably going to win it soon. If it's a bad guy, probably not. Probably Aleister Black is going to win.
Yeah.
But then again, Aleister Black did beat him last time, so Adam Cole's kind of due a win.
Yeah, that was a good match, too.
It was a great match.
And Roderick Strong, he really hasn't been on the up and up lately as well, especially after getting destroyed recently by Lars Sullivan.
Yeah.
And he had the one title shot against Drew McIntyre. That
He
it.
needs to go to 205 Live too.
Yeah, actually, you're probably right.
They need to move a bunch of people over to make room for all these monsters they got coming in, and
Yeah,
that way they can build some more. But yeah, they need to get them up out of here. Just to do themselves a favor.
yeah,
You make a stronger roster for 205 Live. You can possibly get more people to actually want to see it. You gotta do something, man. Like,
yeah. And who knows? I mean, they brought Tommy over, so I mean,
yeah,
who knows?
it needs to start being like a whole. They need to push the button on fast forward and get these people over.
Yeah,
The time is now.
the time is now.
Oh,
Like John Cena.
yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
But yeah. So Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly retained. Extreme Rules match announced for Adam Cole and Aleister Black.
Mm-hmm.
So that ought to be good for NXT Takeover Philadelphia.
Should be very interesting.
But that's all I have for this NXT TV. Do you have anything else?
Heck no, I ain't got nothing else.
Okay. I'm going to transition now to the live show that I went to.
Yeah.
All right. So this past Saturday, NXT Live was in Charlotte. It was in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Grady Cole Center.
Mm-hmm.
I had never been to this venue before. Usually in the past, the shows that I've gone to, like NXT and ROH, have been in the Cabarrus Arena in Concord, North Carolina, which is just, outside of Charlotte. So this was my first time at this venue. Overall, the experience, like the venue experience, I was really, I mean, I had a front row seat, so I'm not complaining about that.
Oh,
But
nice.
the staff was really, really terrible.
Oh.
Like our Golden Circle tickets were just little small ticket stubs, and they
Ooh.
had to write the seat on that when I picked them up at will call.
Damn.
Not only that, the people that would help you find your seat, they either one couldn't read the handwriting or two had no idea how everything was arranged.
That's screwed up.
It took me about 15 minutes to get seated.
And that was an NXT show.
Yeah.
That seems.
And when I mean 15 minutes to
What?
get seated, me being on the lower level where I present my ticket and them having trouble finding out the sections.
That's horrible.
Because nothing was marked.
That's horrible.
And I'm like, come on now. Because, I talked to some of the other fans that were there.
Yeah.
And, they've had, wrestling shows there. And it's like, come on now. Y'all should know how this works.
Yeah, that's dog shit, man.
And just the staff did a terrible job. And even at will call, some people it took 30 minutes even at the front of the line to get their ticket because they were trying to figure out exactly where that seat is out there in the venue. I'm like, y'all supposed to know this stuff.
You would think they would.
I'm supposed to be able to go and give the confirmation number and, this is where you're sitting. And you be able to give me my ticket with it clearly on there.
Go about your business.
But nah, I got a little piece of ticket with the seat written on it. I'm like, come on, y'all.
I probably would have flipped out. Just
anyway,
that was some impatient shit.
That was really dumb. But the show itself was really good.
Nice.
And I have the card right here. So the first match was No Way Jose versus Fabian Eichner. No Way Jose's entrance was long.
I feel like he does a lot of dancing.
Oh, he went through each side of the crowd.
Jesus.
Like, that was, his entrance had to have been at least 12, 13 minutes.
That's a 12, 13 minutes for an entrance. That's ridiculous.
Like, it
I'm
really
like,
felt that
no
long.
way. Get to the ring, man. Like, get to the ring.
I mean, I get it, but
So you can lose
dang.
and go longer away.
It was, he was out in the crowd for a long time. Like, he literally hit each sides of the crowd.
Wow.
And we're not talking like just front row. We're talking like out in the crowd.
That's weird.
But I mean it is what it is.
Yeah.
Overall, it was a pretty good match to start off. Of course, No Way Jose picked up the victory.
Yep. Who did he face again?
Fabian Eichner, the Italian.
Okay.
Yeah, the ball-headed Italian.
I like him. He's good.
Which, of course, he was heel in the match.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be in the stable at some point. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, but pretty good match. No Way Jose getting the victory. Got that pop-up knockout punch.
Mm.
Next, transition to a women's match where Lacey Evans took on Nikki Cross. Man,
So Nikki Cross is a heel again, right?
yeah. No, actually,
Because
in
Lacey
this
Evans
match,
is 100% a face.
actually in this match, it seemed more like Lacey was the heel with the smack talk and
No,
like, I mean, the whole crowd was all over Nikki Cross.
yeah, that's weird.
And, having a front row seat to her craziness was quite interesting and
Yep.
entertaining. But Lacey Evans came through. As she walked past me, I was like, "You better work it, girl."
Oh boy.
But so that caught her attention. And I think the little girl that she fist bumps every time, I think that's her daughter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think on each of the shows that she travels to, like I noticed that she's fist pumping a little girl. I think that's her daughter, because I remember her saying something about it in her profile back when the Mae Young Classic was starting up. So this was actually a pretty good match as well. It was back and forth, and it even had some areas where Lacey Evans looked very dominant. But Nikki Cross got the victory. The craziness took over and was too much for Lacey Evans. She got that swinging fisherman buster, and got the victory over her. So that was really cool. The crowd was very into it. It was good, and Nikki Cross actually looks really good.
What? Okay, you're being weird.
Anyway,
Creeping me out. Ugh.
you got issues.
No, I don't do. Obviously.
The next match, this was a heartbreaker for me. Roderick Strong versus Lars Sullivan. Roderick Strong was getting dominated for most of the match, but gave some pretty good offense near the end. Couple of jumping knees, couple of forearm shots. I was hoping he would try to go for the sick kick, but too many times he kept trying to lift him up. But he did give him an angle slam, so I thought that was pretty impressive. And Lars was bleeding from the mouth.
Interesting.
But he was too much for him, and Lars Sullivan was able to get the victory with the freak accident. So, yeah, it was a good match for the most part. But I mean, I figured once Lars Sullivan's music hit, I was like, "Oh yeah, Roddy's screwed."
Oh yeah, gonna get wrecked.
And do note that I had no idea what the card was going to be going into this, just who was announced. So a lot of these matchups were kind of a surprise to me. And then after that match, we had the tag team titles on the line, which was my favorite match of the night. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish defended against Cassius Ohno and Aleister Black. Which I got to give Ohno and Black credit. They had a really cool pose where Aleister Black was in his seated position, and Ohno was hovered over him doing the forearm pose. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Nice.
So as Red Dragon circled the ring and came to my side, Bobby Fish was the one who saw my shirt.
Nice.
I flashed my shirt, and he saw me, pointed right to me. While Kyle O'Reilly was on the apron during the tag match, and I flashed my shirt, he looked down and he gave me the head nod.
Nice.
And then while Fish was outside of the ring for a while, he was on my side. He walked over to me, and he snuck a handshake.
Nice.
Of course, he had like I said, he had to hide it.
Yeah, he's a bad guy,
because he's a bad guy. Cool. But yeah, as he slowly walked over me, he kind of turned and stuck his hand out, and yeah. So
really
I thought that was really cool that they actually acknowledged me being the only person. I was literally the only person that had on a Red Dragon shirt. Everybody else had on Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era. Well, they know you're a deep cut. They know you're a fan from way back.
Yeah. So that was the coolest thing of the night.
I bet it was.
The match was very back and forth. A lot of strikes. A lot of action on the inside and outside of the ring. I was kind of bummed because I thought Adam Cole was supposed to be there, but he wasn't there. So, back and forth match. Kyle O'Reilly sneaks in a roll-up pin on Black.
Well, does Trace.
And
she wrote, ladies and gentlemen.
Gets the victory via roll-up.
Nice.
Retains the titles. After the match, the crowd was cheering for Ohno and Black, and Ono was like, y'all want to see this tag team again? And everybody was all for it. So,
of course.
Could be seeing them tag again on live. NXT TV, maybe.
Interesting.
But good match, though. Then they had the intermission, which I was surprised that they had an intermission because looking at the card, it didn't seem like it was very long.
Yeah.
Next was another tag team match. The Street Profits took on Ross and Sabatelli.
Ah, nice.
The stipulation is the winner got the keys to the minivan and the Maserati. And the ref actually held up the keys like he holds up the title belts. It was so
very
funny.
Nice.
Because, with live shows like that, anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to.
Yeah. So they had that match. It was very entertaining, although Montez Ford was getting the mess beaten out of him for most.
Well, he's the thin one, right? So he's definitely always going to be the one that gets the shit kicked out of him.
But he's the most acrobatic one.
He also, yes, he is.
But
he is super skinny though.
But it was funny. So the Street Profits won by way of double tap out. They put them in the figure four. They both did the figure four on Sabatelli and Moss, or Sabatelli and Ross.
Yes.
So double figure four, both tapped out. They won the keys. And it was so funny because the celebration was about as long as No Way Jose's entrance, and then they flashed a minivan on the Titantron, and these guys are so silly. They were just all over the place, just having fun with the crowd. But yeah, Street Profits won that match. The next match, which another tag team match, a lot of tag team matches. This was a surprise to me. So we had Bianca Belair teamed with Shayna Baszler,
That's very weird.
which I did not expect to see either of those two. I mean, Bianca, that's cool, but then when Shayna Baszler's music hit, I was like, oh, snap, she's here?
Yeah, that's weird.
And they teamed up to face Ember Moon and Aaliyah.
Yeah. The Aaliyah parts where it's just like, oh, that makes no sense.
But I will say this, after watching this whole match, Aaliyah has the ability and the talent. I will give her that.
I mean, dude, she's been wrestling for a long time.
I mean, I even like her entrance, how she kind of flips from the turnbuckle. Like, she's got the skills. I just don't like her character. This whole cat character sort of thing, just, it's dumb to me. But yeah, she's got the skills.
She should. I mean, honestly.
The Ember Moon entrance, really cool. But yeah, Shayna Baszler, she was very beast in this match. And of course, she's the one that scored the victory for her team, putting the Kifurita clutch on Aaliyah. Which, I mean, that doesn't surprise me, because I didn't think, if they were to win, I didn't think it would be Moon getting pinned or submitted. So.
Oh, no.
But the highlight of this match was really Aaliyah getting some great moments of offense. So, if anything, I felt like that was showcased quite a bit. I mean, alongside with, Bianca Belair and Shayna Baszler, who were clearly the heels in this match. But Aaliyah got a chance to really showcase her ability, and I thought it was cool. Will it be a while before she blows up? Probably. But at least I can say I saw for myself that, on a character that I'm not sold on, she has the skills in the ring. So I will give her that. But it was a good match. It was a pretty good match. It was a surprise, but pretty good match. And then the main event. Velveteen Dream versus Johnny Gargano.
Okay, Velveteen.
This was a funny match and a very, very entertaining match. This was long. This was long, and honestly, it seemed like it was the type of match where anything could have happened. Like, it could have gone either way. But, I mean, I figured Johnny Gargano was going to win.
Yeah, he should.
Velveteen Dream ripped his pants. Had a big old hole down the crotch area. But, yeah, had a little rippy rip.
A little bit of one.
But it was so funny when he came into the ring, and just like, as I was telling you through Messenger, how he was just looking around. He's like, is that all for me? Because the crowd was going crazy, and then you could read his lips, and he was like, GD, like,
nice.
I busted out laughing, and I looked behind me at the guy sitting behind me, and it was like, did you see that? You read his lips, right?
Yeah.
But I was just like, wow, they'll say anything.
Yeah, I don't give. I mean,
But I mean, there's no cameras on them, so I mean,
they will not get in trouble.
Yeah, but these two worked really well together in the ring. It was a split crowd, and which
good.
as it should be. But it went back and forth. And Johnny Gargano won via submission with a Gargano escape, which it took a good while before Velveteen Dream tapped out. And then, he grabbed a sign from the crowd that said future NXT champion with an arrow pointed down. So he held it above his head. And then he spent pretty much the last half of the night just going around, signing autographs, taking selfies, hanging out. Just he did at least a good 3-4 laps just around the general area. So that was how that ended. But aside from like just the staff experience and just like getting into the building,
Yeah.
the show was pretty good. Show was pretty good. Would I say that it was better than the NXT show that we went to in Concord? No.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I did have a front row seat to this, whereas in the one in Concord, I was third row. So, I mean.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Front row is the shit.
Yeah. And just, the thing with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, that just made my whole night.
Oh, absolutely did. You love them fools.
Yeah. That was my third time seeing them live.
Mm.
But that's it for that. And now, I hope you still got plenty of energy.
Yeah, let's do this thing. We got Wrestle Kingdom.
All right, time to switch gears to Wrestle Kingdom, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom and New Year's Dash.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Starting off with Wrestle Kingdom 12. Yes, the 12th Wrestle Kingdom.
Only the 12th. That's what I think. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, there's only been 12?
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy.
And I've seen like 4 of them.
And a big, big thank you for New Japan Pro World.
So,
I finally subscribed, and it was totally worth it.
It's so good on that Amazon Fire Stick. Like, just watch it on my TV.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can do that. Yeah.
I can.
So yeah, let's just dive right into this.
Okay.
So first off, we had our New Japan Rumble to start us off.
Yes.
And it was very action packed. So
yeah, so they ruined it at the end.
So just a rundown of the competitors. We had Masahito Kakihara.
A lot of them.
We had Bushi. We had Chase Owens, Cheeseburger, Dave Finley, Delirious, El Desperado, Gino Gambino, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, Jushin Thunder Liger, Katsuya Kitamura, Leo Tonga, Manabu Nakanishi, Satoshi Kojima, Taka Michinoku, Kai and Tai, Tiger Mask, Toa Henare, Yoshihashi, Yoshinobu Kanemaru.
Oh, you about to go for everybody.
Yuji Nagata, and Yujiro Takahashi. So yeah, this was quite a rumble. Of course, it was either elimination by pin or submission or throw your opponent over the top rope.
Yes.
Of course, Masahito Kakihara won the New Japan Rumble, which
it's fine.
It's kind of weird that it came down between him and Cheeseburger.
I mean, it's not because he had cancer, so it's not weird at all.
I mean, I know he had cancer, but like,
dude, that's exactly what you do. You have him beat Cheeseburger.
I just think it would have been nice if it was somebody a little bit more formidable. Then it would have made it look even more special. You don't think so?
No, they don't care about that. They just care about the win.
I guess so.
He could give his speech at the end, and everybody could be really happy. That's kind of the way they go with it all the time. That's kind of their thing.
I see. Fair enough. But yeah, for the most part, I enjoyed it. It was a good way to kick off Wrestle Kingdom 12.
Yeah, I enjoyed it up until Cheeseburger came around. I friggin' hate that guy. Not even that guy, but just what he kind of represents in pro wrestling. It's just not like I don't want him involved in anything important or serious because I can't take it seriously when he's involved.
And did you know he's a head
Which
trainer?
will come up again. No, oh my god.
Yeah.
Which this is also my problem with what happened on New Year's Dash too. Just he is no. Mm-mm.
But yeah, at the ROH dojo, I believe he's a head trainer.
Okay, that is weird.
Yeah, but he is for a reason, so it says something.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, whatever. Friggin' cheeseburger, dog.
Oh man, Chase Owens had a couple of eliminations though, so I felt like he looked strong in this New Japan Rumble.
Yeah, I'm okay. I am going to go ahead and give out my contradicting opinion. When
Okay,
I Owens, right?
yeah, Chase Owens. Yeah.
I've seen him around, and I'm like, oh, you're Bullet Club. I don't know why. I'm not super familiar with you. Um, you're a hairy guy. You are just kind of superfluous in the whole scheme of things. Um, I was starting to think there's way too many people in Bullet Club now. I mean, it's been that way for a while, but that was one of the things I was like, is he like when it comes to like them just adding people? Because I thought Adam Page was bad. Um,
But him teamed up
like
with.
Chase Owens is hmm?
Oh, go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Just when I think about Chase Owens and the Adam Pages of the group, or the Tokyo Pimp or whatever. I can't remember his actual name. Like
Yujiro
those,
Takahashi.
yeah, those guys. They're basically just barnacles on the ship.
Yeah, I mean they're not the strongest out of the Bullet Club, but
Oh, they're kind of my least favorite.
I mean Adam Page teamed up with the Young Bucks has kind of increased his stock. You
Yeah, but
know.
that's because it's because of the Young Bucks, not even him.
Yeah, exactly. And they
And that's
were,
unfortunate because the Young Bucks are usually paired with Omega, and I don't know why they would stop doing that. They're the elite, man.
yeah, but they are the 6-man tag champs with Adam Page, though.
I
That's the thing.
I feel like they just threw Adam Page a bar
So I
because
mean,
they had to have him do something. Why is he in Bullet Club?
well, I mean, before he was kind of on his own after
Yeah,
the
should
Decade disbanded,
yeah, him being in Bullet Club just doesn't make any sense to me.
but but yeah, like it just seems that when you're in Bullet Club, you have some sort of stock, whether you're kind of high on the tier list or not.
Well, yeah, because you have that gimmick to use.
And I guess it's more forgivable in New Japan Pro Wrestling, where stables and just a lot of Japan Pro Wrestling promotions, like with New Japan Pro Wrestling and Dragon Gate, where stables are kind of a big thing.
Yeah, oh, I love it. That's my favorite part about Japanese wrestling. I love stables.
Yeah, me too.
I love them. They're so good for wrestling because it helps people.
Yeah,
It kind of buoys everybody, and just to not do that is kind of dumb to me. But whatever.
I think it gives a chance for everybody to be relevant.
Yeah, you give them something to do.
Yeah, and I really embraced that once I first started watching Dragon Gate, because
Yeah.
like one of their main foundations is stables.
Well, see,
Like,
I feel like that is the era of wrestling that I watched where stables were important.
yeah,
Where it just that was what stables, you have groups of people and you get to know them all. I mean, just even the Attitude Era, there was a lot of stables. The Ministry, the corporate Ministry, like DX, like
Nation of
just
Domination.
the Freaks show, whatever the hell they were with
Oh, the
ICP
oddities, the oddities.
oddities. There we go. Yeah, there was a bunch of groups like that.
Oh man, I remember the oddities. Man,
Yeah, they were really weird.
that was a group. That
It
was
was
a
a very
group.
appropriate name. They were effing weird.
But they were so over with the fans, and the fans loved them.
Yeah, don't get it.
But
Well, I think it's because they had a friggin' Cartman.
oh
push.
yeah, GOWGO had
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh boy.
But anyway, are we done with the New Japan Rumble?
Yep. Absolutely.
Alrighty. Next, we had the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match where Roppongi 3K, 3K, 3K,
Oh god.
Rocky Show and Yo to save the day.
Yeah, you were doing that.
Oh, you knew I had to. Come on now.
I know.
Show and Yo defended the titles against the Young Bucks. And, of course, the Young Bucks got the victory.
7 times.
And became
hang
the
the jerseys in the rafters.
Yep, 7-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Champions.
Yes.
I enjoyed
They do drop
match.
those belts a lot.
Yeah, that much is true. I did enjoy the match. It was
it was great.
It was a phenomenal match, and like I said, bro, I am sold on Roppongi 3K. Like, I dig it.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, of course you were going to.
I mean,
love. Okay, I got a question. Do you like Rocky Romero, or is it the Beretta thing that is the reason why you like RPG 3K or whatever it is? I can't remember.
Well, Rocky Romero is also really good in the tag team Forever Hooligans with
I remember.
Kozlov.
I did forget about them, but I do remember the name for. I forgot who was in there with. But yeah, okay. So is it Rocky Romero? Is it Rocky Romero that you're a super mark for? Because I'm a mark for certain people for sure.
Well, I've always
Triple
liked
H. I'm a super mark for Triple H.
I've always liked Beretta. I grew on Beretta back in WWE, especially
WWE nothing, man.
Because I mean, I
I
wasn't.
liked him though, but he didn't do anything.
I mean, I watched him a lot on Superstars when he had singles matches, and he was doing some cool
I
stuff.
barely remember his gimmick other than the headband. That's the only part of his gimmick I remember.
But he's the Dude Buster.
Ah, yes, the Dude Buster.
But
the reverse Styles Clash.
Yeah, and not only that, like I just grew on the whole Roppongi Vice tag team because at first I really did not see a lot of Roppongi Vice. Like they occasionally had appearances in ROH.
Yes, they did.
And it wasn't until the time where because I was a big fan of the Time Splitters.
Mm-hmm.
And they've had feuds, whether it's those two, the Young Bucks and Roppongi Vice, and then I just more and more got the chance to to see them. But at that time I was more sold on the Time Splitters, Shelley and Kushida. So it was really during that time that really kind of like pulled me in, and just seeing what they did as a tag team. So
yeah, I get that.
That's really what kind of pulled me in, because I mean I knew of Rocky Romero from when he was with the Forever Hooligans.
Yeah,
Alex Kozlov. So
I just remember that damn the giant jacket and the eye patch is what I always remember of Rocky Romero. Just like remember when I first saw him, I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah,
Slick Rick ass shit.
But yeah, overall I really enjoyed this match, and like I said, I like this new look for Show and Yo. Most of y'all know them as the Tempura Boys.
I know them as the Young Lions that they were at the time when I was watching.
Yeah, they were.
I remember them when they were all wearing just black tights.
Black tights.
Like the black briefs. Oh, that's another thing we got to talk about New Year's Dash.
Oh, yeah.
Those Young Lions are the shit, man.
And it's really sort of a thing, because I remember like hearing about like what the Young Lions kind of have to go through, and just like the New Japan Projo is like, or the New Japan Pro Dojo is like insane apparently.
Yeah, apparently it is insane.
Like it's like you literally have to work up in the ranks, like kind of equivalent to like the military, it seems like.
Well, yeah, because they keep the old traditions tried and true, man.
But I think one of the benefits, though, is that it seems like they don't mind taking folks in young.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like they actually will, as long as you go through it and you make your way through it, they'll do stuff with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
very seem to be pretty good at that. Like very good at like you go on excursion, you come back, They
Yeah.
got something for you. They put you right in the thick of things. Them, Jay White. There's certain examples of the excursions.
Finn Balor,
Yeah, Naito even like
Naito, Low
yeah
Key.
yeah like it's there's something to be said about their makeup, the way that their dojo is run because they've got proven commodities. They've proven it, and I would say they've proven it in a way that WWE hasn't with
Hmm.
NXT yet. But then again, they've been doing it much longer. So
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, I don't know if it was through New Japan Pro, but you know Becky Lynch, her up and coming was in Japan.
yeah,
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
hmm.
But great tag team match. Young Bucks win the junior tag titles for the seventh time.
Yeah.
See, anything you want to add to that, or
No, great match. I didn't understand the Rocky Romero Ghostbuster thing when Show and Yo didn't wear anything to reflect that either.
oh
So
yeah,
it was kind of an odd choice. The back thing with Show, I thought was for real.
oh
Um,
yeah,
it didn't dawn on me until the stuff with Nick happened, or is it Matt? I can't remember which one. Um, that it
Matt.
Yeah, brown hair, Matt.
Yeah,
It was a work because when he did his back, I was like, oh, okay,
yeah.
okay,
And of course, you know, you saw shades of that at New Year's Dash.
oh, they played it up to a comedic point, and that was my that kind of bugged me a little bit, but of course it did because I'm me.
Yeah. But okay, moving on to our gauntlet match.
Yeah.
This was very entertaining. We have gauntlet match, and the never open weight 6-man tag team titles were on the line. So you had the first team, which the teams that you had were you had Chaos, which was in the form of Beretta, Tomohiro Ishii, Toru Yano. You had Bullet Club, which was Bad Luck Fale, and the Gorillas of Destiny. You had Michael Elgin and War Machine. You had Suzuki-gun, made up of Takashi Iizuka, Zack Sabre Jr., and Taichi. And you had Taguchi Japan, made up of Juice Robinson, Ryusuke Taguchi, and Togi Makabe.
Hmm.
This was really a great gauntlet match, and of course it started off with Michael Elgin and War Machine and Suzuki-gun.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Suzuki-gun.
like which stable out of this group did you really enjoy in this gauntlet match?
I mean, I do like Suzuki-gun a lot. The only stable I like more out of them would be Lij, but they weren't involved.
Right. No love for Chaos?
No, I hate Chaos.
Really?
Yeah, dude, Chaos is the worst. Chaos to me is the most boring stable.
Oh, dude.
Just think about who they have on their team. Everybody they have on their team kind of sucks to me.
You have got to be kidding me.
No, I don't like anybody. I like Will Ospreay technically, but he looks like King from King of Fighters, so I'm good. Whenever he dresses
Hiroki
in his,
Goto?
I do like Goto. Never mind.
I was about to
I do
say.
like Goto. And I'm okay on. He's just whatever. He's kind of boring to me.
You don't like the Stone Pitbull?
No. Now, okay, it's not that I don't like him because I respect him and his matches are pretty good. But when I first started watching, it was just him and the gorilla dude just smashing each other. So, because I was watching it whenever it was the other guy who looks kind of like a taller Shinsuke was come out there in the purple or in the orange and blue top, like long sleeves, and was just basically just fighting. Like he was just doing shoot fights. I forgot his name.
In the same match?
No. He wasn't in this match, but he was in previous matches with him, and that's what I remember him for. Is like those matches in like the crazy hardcore um weight division they used to have before they did this new. It was. Oh no, man, I was not a fan. I just don't. He just does nothing for me. Like I just think of him as a Smash Mouth, and then you got their comedic dude who did their version of Santino Morella, or is that the other group?
Toru Yano.
Yeah, no, I don't like him. And it's not even that I don't like him. I think he's funny when he's yelling in the ring. When he's like, "Oh, what are you doing? Why are they in here? Why would you like?" When he was yelling at like the dude was yelling at Fale and stuff like that was cool. But
But
I ain't interested. I don't know. Chaos does nothing for me.
and not even Roppongi 3K or Best
Nope.
Friends.
I mean, I don't dislike Roppongi 3K, but Best Friends no.
Dang.
Who's in Best Friends? Who's in Best?
Beretta and Chucky T.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't like them at all.
But
I don't like Beretta doesn't really do anything for me other than his headband. His headband's
oh man. But I thought War Machine Michael Elgin was a pretty cool pairing.
Well,
But-
yeah, I feel like they've been pairing them a lot lately, but that's also doesn't surprise me because Elgin's kind of in the doghouse over there, and War Machine are at WWE signed, so they weren't going to win anyway.
Yeah. But so yeah, they got eliminated by Suzuki-gun.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's another group that I actually like the parts. Tai Chi, awesome.
oh yeah, definitely Tai Chi.
So good. I love Desperado.
I dig
the guy who does the. Huh?
I dig a heel Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. might be my weakest link, but not because of his ability, but just of the way he kind of looks standing next to everybody.
Yeah. Like his figure doesn't really
It does not mesh well.
but he's a submission like genius.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's great. He's great to watch. I'll tell you that for sure.
And Yoshinobu Kanemaru, like, because I followed him quite a bit back in Pro Wrestling Noah, and I originally did not imagine him as a fit for the stable, but he's kind of grown on me for Suzuki-gun.
Suzuki-gun.
Because I mean, he has the stock. I mean, he was a very successful junior in the Pro Wrestling Noah. Had a lot of great feuds with the likes of Naomichi Marufuji, Kenta, all sorts of different folks. But let's see, Suzuki-gun eliminated War Machine and Elgin. Toriano of Chaos got the victory over Suzuki-gun. He actually took out Taguchi Japan and Suzuki-gun.
Oh, nice.
And then before eventually falling to oh no, I'm sorry. Bullet Club was the last stable that came in, and of course Beretta got the Dude Buster, and I honestly did not think Chaos would win this. But yeah, Chaos got the victory. Beretta, Ishii, and Yano. I did not think they would get the victory, especially the promo that Bullet Club cut. Like oh my goodness, like they will let it all fly in New Japan Pro.
Oh, dude, they
don't care.
Oh no, that's the best part about it. They say the craziest stuff ever. Just them yelling during matches is insane.
Dude, Tangaloa must have lit up at least like 10 F-bombs.
That's what he does. That is his thing.
Like he was like, man, I don't care. Bring on Suzuki-gun, Chaos. I don't give. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he's a hothead. That's why he's funny. He is insane.
I was like, dang, they have no filter in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think I only saw that much back in back in Dragon Gate, but dang,
Yeah.
New Japan Pro doesn't care at all.
No, I mean, because they don't understand what the hell they're talking about anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's some mostly Japanese
Yeah,
dominated
they don't know what the
audience.
hell. When they
So
say, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," they don't know. They don't know what the wrestlers are saying to each other. Where like those dudes, oh yeah, everybody in the Bullet Club goes ape shit.
jeez.
They go ape shit.
But Chaos reigned supreme at Wrestle Kingdom 12 and won the never open weight 6-man tag team titles. For the most part, it was a good gauntlet match. The next match was one of my favorites on the card. Kota Ibushi versus the American Nightmare, Cody, accompanied by Brandy Rhodes.
It was a very good match.
Yes, and oh man, just kicks from Kota Ibushi. Ouch.
Oh yeah, like they do not look comfortable at all.
But Ibushi got the victory, and I feel like it's definitely, hopefully, gonna generate more heat going forward, which I know we're gonna eventually get to New Year's Dash, but and even the promo for this match, the build up for this match was pretty cool. But definitely one of my favorite matches of Wrestle Kingdom 12. I know it wasn't for a title.
I liked it a lot, but I actually liked it less than the Young Bucks tag team match.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. This next match was a very surprise at the outcome, considering how dominant the champs were. The Killer Elite Squad defended the IWGP Tag Team titles against
Oh, that wasn't surprising to me at all.
Sonata and Evil of LIJ.
It just went on longer than I expected.
Like, Killer Elite Squad were dominating the whole entire match.
It was
Like,
basically a squash match until the very end.
yeah, like, I was really surprised that LIJ pulled this one out. Like, yeah. Because this was like one of the few times that I've seen LIJ look like scrubs.
Yeah, unless you're Naito and they want to make you look stupid.
Yeah. So I was, but I mean, match isn't over until the final bell. I was just really, really, really surprised at the outcome of this. I mean, it was a good match, but dang.
Yeah.
But LIJ dethrones the Killer Elite Squad. You got any anything else you want to comment on that?
Nope, I love LIJ. They're my favorite.
I'm gonna have to get me a LIJ shirt.
I want to get the hoodie, but it's like $50 on the Hot Topic, and Pro Wrestling, and I'm just Pro Wrestling tees, and I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
That's really expensive.
Next, another favorite match of mine. The Never Openweight Championship match. Hair versus hair. Hiroki Goto challenged the champ, Minoru Suzuki. And what was really cool about this was that, like, it was very, very fierce between the two.
Oh, it was
And,
insane.
like, they were just flat out destroying each other. And there were times where even Goto looked like was being, like, overpowered.
It's like they're doing the way they're trying to kill each other was great.
Yeah. And just, out of nowhere, Goto gets the victory. Minoru Suzuki shaves his head.
They had them come down and Suzuki-gun come down and try to take him away. He was like, "Nope, I'm going back in there."
Yeah, he
to shave off my mangy looking hair.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got the mange.
But it was, he's a man of his word.
Yes, no, he should be.
But and this match was fairly long too. Like,
Longer than I expected, yeah.
I was hoping it would hit the 20-minute mark, but it came close. But yeah, really, really enjoyed this match. I'm a big Hiroki Goto fan. So, and him going up against an opponent like Minoru Suzuki, just you can only expect like great, high quality match.
Yeah.
You want to add to that?
Good match. I like Goto. I'm glad he won.
Okay. So you actually
I like him more than Suzuki.
Oh, okay. You actually wanted him to win. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean it's Goto. Yeah.
All right. Next, we have the big history making match. The first time ever fatal 4-way for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. The champion, the villain Marty Scurll, defended against Hiromu Takahashi of LIJ, Will Ospreay of Chaos, and Kushida. I really enjoyed this match.
It's a great match.
There wasn't really anybody specific that I was pulling for because I like all four.
I mean, I'm pulling for Takashi, so always.
Oh, you were pulling for the ticking time bomb, Hiromu
Yeah,
Takahashi?
I mean, he's my favorite out of all of them. I like Scroll, but he can be doofy sometimes. So,
Yeah.
But I mean, I love the I love that. I love the whoop whoop. I like that. Oh, that's cool.
No love for Kushida?
Nah, not as much. I like him, but I don't like him like that.
And but were you happy with the outcome? Will Ospreay getting the?
No, I don't. I mean, it was a nice story thing because Ospreay finally got to beat Scroll, but because he always beats him for the title, or at least that's the way they presented it in the commentary, like all this time.
Yeah.
Since he lost the belt, since Scroll got there.
Yeah, and of course, he did also lose the belt to the Ring of Honor television title to.
It's kind of it's the narrative that they put, and they kind of told that story, so that was cool. I don't Ospreay doesn't do anything for me.
Oh, no love for the aerial assassin.
I think he's a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong. I would never try to take that away from him. He's a great wrestler. I don't care.
Dude, I love his rival matches with Ricochet. Him and Ricochet.
Oh no, they're great. There's a great spot shows, and I think they're great. I don't care.
Just not really for Ospreay.
He doesn't have anything interesting going for him other than his ability, and Dolph Ziggler's got ability.
Yeah, point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see great wrestling pretty much anywhere that I could throw a stone at it. And the fact that New Japan Pro Wrestling's roster's as big as it is, like you're just not you don't stand out.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point.
He is champion, so that's great, but he just does not stand out.
I see. Fair enough. But overall, great match.
Oh yeah, great. Maybe one of my favorite ones of the night. Yeah.
This next match I thought was really just the build up to it was great, and then it turned out to be a great match in itself. The IWGP Intercontinental Championship match where the Ace Hiroshi Tanahashi defended against Switchblade Jay White.
Jay White's awesome. That match was not as awesome for me.
Really? You didn't think so?
No, I've seen a lot of like Tanahashi championship matches, and that's probably one of my least favorites. But that might be also because Tanahashi just can't do what he used to be able to do. You could tell that he can't. And also the fact that Jay White didn't win also annoyed me.
Tanahashi is what? Late 30s?
Yeah, he's
or maybe 40s.
He's late 30s.
Okay.
He's just no. Because when you take that away, he's like, oh, cool, they're gonna win. Oh, he's not gonna win. Okay. It's just that takes away all the win from that character to me, for my brain.
So you didn't think it would have been too quick for him to?
No, because Jay White was a very popular young lion.
True.
And I watched a good deal of his matches. I looked forward to seeing him on the opening bouts
Mm-hmm.
at one time. He was great. I didn't even know he went to Ring of Honor. I just knew I hadn't seen him in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sometimes you need to pull the trigger
Yeah.
because that guy, especially what happens at New Year's Dash,
Mm-hmm.
just makes it even more obvious that they should have pulled the trigger.
I see. Point well made. Well made. Point well made. Yeah, I could dig that. I mean, I figured that.
I mean, I knew he wasn't going to win.
Yeah,
I was hoping he was going to win. That would
but I
have been.
mean, you know how big of a name Hiroshi Tanahashi is in New
Oh
Japan Pro
yeah,
Wrestling.
he's John Cena and Stone Cold putting a one. He is. They love that dude.
Yeah.
They love him.
Alrighty. Main event part 1. No disqualification match for the IWGP United States Championship.
Yes.
The cleaner, Kenny Omega, the champ,
The face
defended
maker.
against Y2J,
Yeah.
Chris Jericho. This was an over 30-minute match.
It was, and it really shouldn't have.
Come on. Like, you can't be too surprised that it was that long.
I'm not surprised it was that long. I just didn't want it to be that long.
You didn't want
It
it-
just there's a chunk of that match that literally was very boring to me.
And, dude, Kenny Omega must have hit like, it seemed like he hit like 20 V-triggers. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Kenny Omega, okay, that match did not live up to the hype for me. And there's really no way it could because I wasn't even super excited for it. I liked the initial idea of it, but then when I started thinking of Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, it started to become less and less interesting to me.
Was it because it was two Canadians fighting?
No,
against each
I
other?
love Canadians in wrestling. It's just that Kenny Omega, for him to be the best performer in the world, I am generally very uninterested in his matches. Outside of the personalities in them,
Mm-hmm.
I was watching when Kenny Omega first showed up as the cleaner
Mm-hmm.
in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And as soon as I saw that and I saw like the gray hair, obviously trying too hard, I kind of squinted my eyes and I was like, you were trying really hard, buddy. And then they put him with Bullet Club, and that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Bullet Club. I like Kenny Omega. There's a lot of try hard with him,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of his face pulling and the stuff he does. Just he reminds me too much of the kind of wrestler I feel Santino Marella is,
Mm-hmm.
where it's all about the performance and not really about the match. And I don't want to see that. Not from him.
Okay.
Because it just becomes like a whole like, oh god, like I don't wanna. I don't need to see you make that face, that crazy eyed stare, and all that stuff like that, and the weird faces he makes during the matches. I just don't. He's Dolph Ziggler on like 100,000.
Dang.
Mixed with Santino Marella for me.
Wow. That's
Yeah, and it's just he doesn't do much for me other than being an interesting foil against other people. But him doing like the whole good guy routine, I don't want to see Kenny Omega as a good guy.
But you do still like him.
I'd like
as the
him. I
eli-
do
as
like-
the elite with
Yes.
Young
Yes.
Bucks. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Love it. I just there's a lot of things about him that rub me the wrong way. It's just in the idea of wrestling. It just kind of bugs me.
So this really.
But the Young
match,
Bucks are the same thing. I feel the same way about Young Bucks. I feel like the exact same way about Young Bucks. I like them a lot, but they annoy the crap out of me because they're always mugging for the camera or just doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
They're like subtlety is not a thing they seem to understand.
Yeah, but they are a world-class tag team that the fans
They are
shower
great. I
love.
feel like if they could just learn some kind of subtlety to their actions in the ring,
Hmm.
then they would be literally be the best in the world to me. But
Yeah.
they just can't do it. They cannot turn it down a little bit. They are constantly at 11, and that's really annoying. Um,
But
so
what's but what's interesting now is, can you see there being a point where Young Bucks are no longer affiliated with Bullet Club,
well,
and
yeah,
they still
absolutely.
really be the same?
Well, no, they're because they were the same before Bullet Club. To me, Young Bucks are no different than what they were when they were just them two. When they were in PWG, like none of this stuff is different to me. All this
Okay.
stuff is exactly the same. The only thing that's different about them is their merch.
Yeah, and I don't think they really had much back in Impact Wrestling when they
They
were
did not.
Generation Me,
Yeah, they did not. And it's just
which
like it's one of those things.
it was a dumb name anyway.
I kind of like it because it's kind of douchey. It kind of makes sense for that kind of team to be douchey.
Yeah. But yeah, so for the match, I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, I expected to be long,
Yeah.
and I expect it to be just, both taking a lot of shots and just it being brutal. But a lot of V triggers.
Hmm.
But I enjoyed it for what it was. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was fitting to be, a co-main event. And then we move on to the main event of Wrestle Kingdom
The
12,
real main event.
the real main event, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Rainmaker Kazuchika
Boo.
Okada, accompanied by
Boo.
Geto,
Oh, boo.
defends against the leader of LIJ, Tetsuya
Yeah.
Naito. I'll be honest with you.
Lame. 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 Lame.
I am kind of surprised. I felt like this would have been the best time
It was
for
the best time.
Naito to be crowned champion.
It was the best possible time, and they didn't do it.
Not to mention he had like what, 3 Destinos?
Yeah, this was the kind of situation that reminds me of when Cena would go up against somebody or Randy Orton would go up against somebody who had all the momentum in the world.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, yeah, you're not going to win. Like, sorry, buddy. You're not one of the inner circle guys. You're going down tonight.
Yeah.
But it was hard to watch. It was very rough to watch. Just it was so bad. Why
It,
would you do that?
it's kind of like Asuka kicking out of the Eclipse.
Yeah, man. Like it's just like it was on a platter for you. And
Yeah.
you couldn't let it happen and let it be natural and let it feel good. You had to basically say nope. You had to pull the rug out the football away from me. As I think it's about to get kicked and go it was perfect setup and they just yoinked it away.
Yeah, and it sounds like a lot of people were really pulling for Naito to get the victory.
He was over as shit. He's over as shit. And he had all this momentum. And once again he loses. How many times has he won the G1 to get
Uh,
this match?
quite many.
Yeah, right? Like he's done this at least twice in the recent memory because they made a point of referencing when he last got the damn shot, the G1, and he got beaten by this same dude. And then it's just like, okay, he's finally got redemption. He's got his team. He should have beaten the last time he fought him because he had his team then. But no, still can't do it because this is Okada, and you can suck it. Okada's going to win. He's super Okada.
That is crazy that he's been IWGP Heavyweight Champion since June 19th of 2016.
It's too much, man. Like
Like
it's too much. It's too long. It's way too long.
the only other time I've seen something similar to that is Jay Briscoe holding the ROH World Title, but I don't remember if it was almost 2 years though. It may have
Yeah,
been, but
it was a long time, but I feel like that was when they didn't have anybody. Like they didn't like they were losing a lot of
uh,
people.
I mean,
I feel like they didn't really have anybody at the time.
I mean,
Who else was it going to be other than Jay Lethal?
uh, yeah,
Think about that roster at times where it's just like, oh, so you guys got nobody.
yeah. I mean,
Where I was like, damn, how do y'all run shows? Sometimes like, I was just like, I don't know who you guys have because nobody's sticking with me.
yeah.
It's unfortunate.
And what's really interesting about this is the wrestler with the most reigns as IWGP Heavyweight Champion is Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Yeah, and that dude's constantly getting belts.
Yeah,
They can't not give that guy a belt.
like he's had 7 reigns, and Okada's in his 4th.
Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous.
But
They're doing the most, man. They're doing the most.
and of course the only other one who's now a WWE Hall of Famer that's had 6 reigns was the Dragon Tatsumi Fujinami.
Yeah. I mean,
But 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 dude, like, who is gonna stop the Rainmaker?
somebody needs to do it. It should have been Naito.
I mean,
Because who is there? Who's left now?
I mean, cause what's the next big event after New Year's Dash?
Let me pull up New Japan. But yeah, they just kind of. Oh shoot, that was weird. They just I don't know. It's stupid. Let me see if I can pull this up. Speak amongst yourself.
Cause well, you have the New Japan Cup.
Well, yeah, but they have the CMLL thing coming up first, though.
Yeah,
Fantastica Mania is coming up the 19th, so that's the next thing. And then let's see the calendar.
you have the New Beginning tour.
Yeah,
You got 2 shows in Sapporo and then one in Osaka, end of the month and in February.
yeah, and yeah, New Beginning is probably going to be definitely be when the next stuff happens.
Because I mean, the only next
That's
big
that's the
event.
end of the month. Yeah,
Because the next big event after that is Sakura Genesis, and that's not until April.
yeah,
So, dang.
yeah. It's about to be a real dry few months for the Rainmaker. They basically just kept the belt on him so they don't have to do anything with it.
So, do you think he could make it as far as Dominion?
Oh my god, if he does, I'm out. I'm so out.
Because you know that's in June.
Yeah, that'd be stupid. Hopefully, I want him to lose it so soon. I'm so sick of him being champion.
I mean,
He's Oscar all over again. Where I just get super bored instantly. Where I'm like, okay, this is what this is going to be now. So they constantly be the same thing. Nobody can beat him because everything goes perfect for him.
yeah. Well, if he makes it all the way to Dominion, my guess is he'll either lose it at Dominion or they're crazy.
Oh, they're definitely crazy.
Because at Dominion, that would mark 2 years.
Mm.
Or actually, that would be if he managed to retain, then in another week or 2 it would be 2 years.
Ah, that's
So dang, that makes me wonder if they are gonna allow him to be champ for 2 years.
very likely.
Jeez.
Which is gross.
But I mean, the match itself was good, but yeah, I really really thought Naito was bringing it home.
He should have.
I mean, many Rainmakers, a few Tombstones, a few Destinos, and just
Nothing.
yeah.
Just nothing. Just
But,
how dare you?
anyway, any more thoughts on Wrestle Kingdom before we finish up with New Year's Dash?
Nope.
All
Good
right.
show.
Great show. My first show watched from New Japan Pro World.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one to start off with.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. We're going to finish up with New Year's Dash.
New Year's Dash is where it's at.
Oh, yeah. So, this took place not...
All before, after WrestleMania, basically. Yeah, exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So
So, this took place not that long after Wrestle Kingdom 12.
correct.
So, started off seeing some young lions in action. As Ren
They were
Narita...
awesome.
As Ren Narita, Shota Umino, Tetsuhiro Yagi, and Tomoyuki Oka went up against some great veterans in Manabu Nakanishi,
Better you than me.
Hiroyoshi Tenzan, and Satoshi Kojima, and Yuji Nagata, which,
Unajito the God, baby.
Yeah, Yuji Nagata I've followed ever since his time in WCW, where he was a former WCW television champion.
Mm-hmm.
When he had the great Sonny Ono as his manager.
Mm.
But I mean, of course, the veterans were going to win this, but
Young Lions do not win.
But they had a great showing
they
though,
fight each other.
especially getting.
Well, they always do. They're kind of amazing.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool to start off with the young lions in action. Against some veterans, some worthy young lions. But I enjoyed the match for what it was. I've always liked Yuji Nagata and Hiroyoshi Tenzan.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was the first one that I saw the, Anaconda Vice from.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah. Because I couldn't think of what it was when, CM Punk debuted in WWE, but I was like, I know I've seen that submission somewhere before.
Yeah, you had.
And then I had to look back and say,
had.
Duh. Hiroyoshi Tenzan.
Yeah, get your life.
Yeah. I felt like such a dum-dum at the moment because I couldn't think. I was like, I know somebody in Japan does that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a pretty good match to start off.
Yeah, it's good. I was surprised they let them start off so strong.
Yeah, it was a nice. It got my attention.
They do. Yeah, it's not usually a thing they do.
Yeah. So see next got to see Suzuki-gun in action. Made up of El Desperado, Taichi, Taka Michinoku, Kai and Tai, Takashi Iizuka, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. And they took on Hinare, Hirai Kawato, the Great Jushin Thunder Liger, Tiger Mask 4, and Togi Makabe. I'm always happy to see Jushin Thunder Liger in action.
You should be. As everybody in the crowd is every time his music comes on.
Oh, yeah. He's one that I've enjoyed ever since back in the good old days of Liger and Flying Brian Pillman. His matches with the Great... Oh, yeah. Like, I was a kid back then. I remember seeing those two face off each other, and then they ended up tagging for a while. And, oh, yeah, man. Like, old school Jushin Thunder Liger? Whew. Yeah.
That's your stuff. I was just aware of him. He was never really my favorite.
Oh, dude! Like
I like Hayabusa more.
Hayabusa. Oh yeah, he was really cool too. But yeah, next to the Great Muta, I was always big for Jushin Thunder Liger. And then even just getting a chance to see some of his Super Juniors, New Japan like Junior Cup matches, like. The numerous number of times he's won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. I mean,
Yeah.
He's going to have one heck of a Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But Suzuki-gun did get the victory.
Of course.
But it was really cool to see, Liger and Tiger Mask in action. Tiger Mask, quite a lineage with Tiger Mask. But Suzuki-gun looking strong, and really just has a lot of fan support. Like I looked out into the crowd. There's like a number of Suzuki-gun banners. Like,
oh yeah, dude, I saw. Did you see that little kid that had the little girl that had the Suzuki-gun banner?
yeah, I was like, dang, they're like over with this. It
Yeah,
was
that
like
was funny. That was really funny to me. I was like, oh, that little girl loves them. Like she was making sure that the banner was held out when her parents kept dropping it.
yeah. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. But any comments on this match?
No, that match was okay. I thought it was good.
Okay. Next we had Katsuya Kitamura. Had a match with Switchblade Jay White.
Oh yeah, now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this was a good match. Of course, Switchblade got the victory using Blade Runner, which I love that as his finisher.
It's very good.
Yeah, he makes it look really, really cool. But yeah, I really am embracing heel Jay White more.
Oh, he's so good. He's so good.
Like just with his overall look and just
he's
what
perfect.
he's evolved into. I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked him at his time in ROH, even when he was with Search and Destroy. But just like now, he's like even more fierce, and I look forward to seeing him. I'm sure he'll probably get another shot at Hiroshi Tanahashi.
He's gonna be a little busy.
Yeah, that much is true. But I really like this Switchblade Jay White. It's a great fit for him.
He's so good.
Anything you want to add?
I love Jay White. He's awesome. I like him so much more than Kenny Omega. Because when I first saw him, I was like, "Oh, this guy's like fake Kenny Omega. That's great." But then he had his promo. That video package was great, and then New Year's Dash is where it kind of solidified it for me, where it's just like, this guy's Kenny Omega, but this is a guy who plays his character straight. He's not trying to be funny or be a joke. I mean, let's not forget Kenny Omega is the famous one for fighting like a 10-year-old girl in the ring.
Yeah, that is true.
It's just that's something that kind of taints you in a certain way, and I always think of that when I think of him, because that is kind of, I feel like that's a good example of the kind of wrestler that he is.
I see.
He's gonna have a match with a 10-year-old girl for real, like not for real, but on like, not like at a house show or some shit, but like to do it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And in the WWE, you wouldn't even be champ. Like, you would not be a champion because that shit don't fly.
Right.
If you were a champion, you'd be a champion for a second, and then they would get you destroyed by somebody. And that's the way I guess my brain is structured to handle jokes or like comedic wrestlers. Where it's like, oh yeah, you better not win a major championship, or that championship is basically worthless. But in Japan, it's like, whatever, we don't care, we love it. We'll give the guy who carries around a DVD and or a book and a fan a championship run.
Oh, shoot.
That's not something I feel like WWE does on a regular basis.
Oh, shoot. In some Japanese promotions, there's like a comedic title belt. Like there's one in there's one in Dragon Gate.
WWE's a little more self. Yeah, no, I don't want that. I can't stand that. I can't stand that shit.
Rich Swann even had it before.
Yeah, I hate that kind of stuff. Like that kind of stuff is like totally against everything I am interested in. Like I am weird about that. It's just like I don't watch Dragon Ball Abridged. I can't watch that because I have no interest in comedic version of
me
Dragon.
neither.
That does nothing for me. I don't find that funny.
Me neither.
I'm watching Dragon Ball and you're trying to be funny, you're trying to make jokes. I don't care.
It just takes the effect away from it.
Yeah, and then I'm like, why am I watching this then? If I'm not, I'm good.
Yeah, and even because a friend of mine likes the whole Dragon Ball Absalom, that whole fan made stuff, and honestly, I can't get into it because it doesn't feel legit to me because it's
it's not.
It's fan made and it's off the rocks.
Yeah, it's fanfic. It's just you joking around. I mean, although there's like anime like Ghost Stories, which I love, which is basically just that. Like the actual dub version is insane and has nothing to do with the actual anime, and I prefer that version. I have no interest. I've seen them both, and I have no interest in the original version of that anime.
Yeah.
I only have an interest in the silly part, but that was the way I was first introduced to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, introduce me in the way it's not gonna win me over.
And then let's see. Anything else on the Switchblade match?
No.
Okay. So next we had the Elite.
Yes.
Going up against Cheeseburger and Roppongi 3K. Rocky Show and Yo to save the day.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. The match was announced, so I was like, you've got to be shitting me. There's no way I'm sitting through this.
Oh,
Cheeseburger and Kenny Omega. Dude, see, this is part of the problem. Cheeseburger and Kenny Omega are part of my problem with this kind of thing. The spots where Matt is like overselling, like that stuff, that match is like when they started actually wrestling. That's when I enjoyed it. When they were doing all the comedic stuff, I do not like that stuff.
Cheeseburger has the Shote.
No, I hate Cheeseburger. I hate Cheeseburger.
Talk to him about Jushin Thunder Liger.
Don't care, hate him. Think he's a waste of space.
He's a head trainer.
I don't care. He gets to be a head trainer and not be on TV.
That is so mean.
Taking up a spot, man. Canyon ain't on TV.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, no.
You like cheeseburgers, though, right?
I love cheeseburgers. I hate cheeseburgers.
Oh, so you weren't really feeling this match.
Hell no. I was just like, man, this is not great. Like
you're like, this
and
is
I like the two tag teams in it, but everybody else can kick rocks. They can get up out of here, man. I didn't want them in that match. I didn't even want that match because I knew they were going to have to play up being injured too much, and it wasn't going to be enjoyable. Well, and it was not for me.
Well, I'm sure you can at least be happy that the Elite won via pinfall after an indie taker on Cheeseburger.
Yeah, I was fine with that. I was glad the match was over.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I like these two teams. I just, it would have been better if it was Rocky and not Cheeseburger.
Yeah. Anyway, would have been better than Cheeseburger, man.
Yeah, that much is true.
Cheeseburger's dog shit.
Dang.
No, sorry, he's garbage.
But moving on. So the next match had let's see, Bullet Club. We had Chase Owens, Cody Rhodes, or the American Nightmare, Leo Tonga, Marty Scurll, and Yujiro Takahashi.
Takahashi's the weakest link, man.
Taking on Taguchi Japan, which was made up of Juice Robinson, Dave Finlay, Kushida, Ryusuke Takeuchi, and Kota Ibushi. Which I was kind of surprised because, I mean, Taguchi Japan was pretty stacked.
Yes.
But Bullet Club got the victory. American Nightmare got the submission on Dave Finlay.
Yeah, Dave Finlay was also the weakest link on his side.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of his.
I like Dave Finlay when he tag teams with Juice.
I don't really like Juice Robinson that much, to be honest
I
with
mean,
you.
I like him more as Juice than I did. Actually, no, I like him more as C.J. Parker.
C.J.
Yeah,
Parker.
I like them more as C.J. Parker. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just was never really a fan of.
He doesn't do much for me. He's fine as a glorified jobber.
Yeah,
He's not gonna be my champion ever.
pretty much.
He's there to lose matches.
And of course, you had the as Cody was gonna do the post-match attack on Ibushi, as proceeded with Kenny Omega interrupts
Making
and
the save.
makes the save, and then they get into a shoving match.
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess
Oh,
that was the best. That was the best part of that whole thing.
some
Was
Bullet
ass-
Club tension.
Yes.
Okay. It'll be interesting to see where this goes. I mean, they even started to show some of it in their being the elite.
Yeah. That was pretty funny. But then they played as a joke at the end. That's another part where I can't. Kenny Omega, man, like it started off really good, and then it went on too long. He overacted it. Yeah, that kind of shit bugs me.
Yeah. And then right afterwards, the Cleaner cut a promo trying to recruit Switchblade.
That part was actually okay. Let me rephrase that. That was my favorite part.
Oh, that was your favorite part?
Well, no, that's my favorite part of that whole segment. Oh yeah, Jay White being brought out. I was super hype. At first, I was like, no, and then I was like, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, yeah, let's do it. But then it was even better when it turned out to be a swerve.
Yeah.
And then he attacked him. That was so good. And actually, that is why I didn't like something that happened in the last match. That segment showed me what I didn't was basically prepared me for what I wasn't going to like in the next one that they did.
Oh, interesting.
Because I thought it was handled better that first go around, and the second go around just wasn't nearly as interesting or good.
Okay.
And also made less sense.
Okay. Interesting.
We'll get in that in a second.
I didn't see the swerve coming, to be honest with you. So that was.
I would have loved it. He would have been at Bullet Club though.
Yeah, I think he would have been a great fit. But
that was the thing when he started talking. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you bring in somebody else when you're already kind of bursting at the seams? And also, I've realized that I was really a hypocrite because I was like, why is Chase Owens and Adam Page? And I'm like, yes, Jay White, do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm actually glad it didn't happen.
Yeah, that was a nice little tease. But yeah. So any other comments on this?
No, Jay White's for life, and I'm like Jay White going after the United States Championship. Although it doesn't make a lot of sense for him to go from losing an IC Championship match to a United States Championship match, whatever.
Yeah.
None. Makes literally none.
So the next match, Bullet Club of Bad Luck Fale and the Gorillas of Destiny win back the never open weight 6-man championships.
That was quick.
Over Chaos. So they got a rematch, and Tama Tonga hit the stun gun on Beretta to get the victory.
Yeah, he did.
Did not think that they would win them back just like that.
No, didn't think it would be less than 24 hours.
Yeah. So, Bullet Club back on top.
That. Of course they are the friggin' Bullet Club.
But I guess the only thing I can say is for Chaos, it was nice while it lasted.
I was looking for it might be in the bed sheets.
But You got anything else for that match?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Next we had more Suzuki-gun. We had Killer Elite Squad paired with Zack Sabre Jr. and the leader Minoru Suzuki. And they took on War Machine, Michael Elgin, and Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Knew how this was going to play out because I know War Machine is leaving.
Yeah. Killer Elite Squad hit the killer bomb on Hansen for the victory. It was a pretty good match, but afterwards, Suzuki attacks Tanahashi and was focusing on his knee.
That was great. I like that.
And it looks like he is making his case to come for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, they seem to have a weird booking philosophy in New Japan. Lately, as in people lose their titles and then instantly go for another title.
Yeah.
But it's because they have so many titles that it kind of starts to run together that you don't know the hierarchy of what's important and what's not.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
It's very TNA and the fact that there's too many belts and you don't know which one's supposed to be the one that's supposed to be the focus, other than, of course, the IWGP.
Yeah. Oh, there's a ton of belts.
There's a never, like, I don't even know where the never stuff comes from. Like, I don't. It's just no.
Yeah, that was a lot. Just not only never open weight, tag team, 6-man, single championship, like geez. But
they got to get like 7 titles at least.
Yeah. Yeah, that much. Yeah.
And no women's title.
Maybe for the future. Who knows?
Probably not, man. They got a lot of wrestlers and they ain't got no women.
And then you have the main event of New Year's Dash, which put 2 strong stables of LIJ, which was Bushi, Evil, Hiromu Takahashi, Sonata, and Naito. Yeah, that's all 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me, 6. That's all 6.
Yeah.
And they took on Chaos of Geto, Hiroki Goto, Rainmaker, Will Ospreay, and Yoshihashi.
Screw Chaos, man.
Man, you are a hater.
No, I'm not, man. Okay, can I tell you this? They have Chaos has a habit of acting like heels, and I don't like it. Like they act like heels, so I don't know why I'm supposed to be cheering them. Because their faces, I like less than a boring face. Faces that behave like heels and don't get booed for it.
But it's kind of been obvious the whole entire time that they've been a face stable.
But they don't feel like one to me. Other than Goto, Okada does not feel like a face. He just doesn't. He attacks people after matches and does other stuff. Oh, and it's also my problem with LIJ after this match when they continue to attack Chaos. Is just like, well, what the, like, sorry Naito, if you didn't win last night, you should have won, and you wouldn't. It didn't make a lot of sense booking wise why you would have them do that.
I sure would look at LIJ, Suzuki-gun, or Bullet Club first to launch a post-match attack more than I would say for Chaos.
I just don't look at. I just don't look at LIJ as heels anymore. Well, if you think about like how they're booked as far as like who they go against and the people they fight, unless it's Chaos, they're really not heels. And the Chaos thing, I mean, that's because Okada's a friggin' dick.
And I guess you also have Taguchi Japan too. They're a face stable.
Yeah, like they don't feel like LIJ does not come across like bad guys generally. They feel like the Shield after when they were beating up Evolution.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because outside of what they did to the Chaos after the fact, they really don't feel like heels. They don't do a lot of cheating in the matches. to gain like advantages. They just really just beat you up and they're tranquilo. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good match. I mean, decent match though.
Yeah.
I just hated the ending.
It was hard to say whether Geto or Yoshihashi were the weak link in Chaos. And I actually like Yoshihashi. I mean,
I like him too, but still.
you know, and Geto's been in the business a long time, so
He's pointless. He's just there. He's just there to be like on this, I don't know. To
Right.
look like he's from LAX.
he's the Rainmaker's hype man. He's the Rainmaker's,
Yeah.
you know.
And what did the back of his tights say? God, the one who spins the rain or some shit like that, where it's made him sound like a user.
I thought it was just Rainmaker.
No, not for his lackey. His lackey has something else, like something.
You sure? Because
Yeah.
I thought it said Rainmaker on there.
He had like a complimentary pair of tights to Okada's,
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
and it made him seem like a user, like he was just using him for his money. Is the kind of the phrasing of it, but I can't remember exactly what it is though. But I was like, what the frick is that? Like, are you just using him because he's got money? That's kind of shitty. Yeah, it was real.
Well,
I don't really
Rainmaker
like
make it rain.
Yeah, oh God. I like Okada, but I don't like Okada at the same time. I also dislike the way the match ended. I hated the after match stuff, except for the initial, like, oh my God. And it was just like, hold up. Why is this happening?
So, Naito hit Destino on Yoshihashi for the pin. After the match, they attack
Okada.
Okada.
Chaos. They attacked Chaos. They attacked Chaos.
Sonata slapped on the skull end on Okada.
Mm-hmm.
Naito cuts a promo, and then out of nowhere, Chris Jericho attacks Naito.
Yeah. Here's where I dislike stuff. Because I was digging it. I was like, oh, that's cool. Because I heard about it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Jericho's going to fight Naito. And then I thought about it. Why wouldn't he go after Okada?
Yeah, that's
why would he have Okada get the shit kicked out of him and then not attack him? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, he's a champion. He just went after the U.S. Championship. So why wouldn't you go after the main one? Although I heard that's down the line, but it's just kind of like that makes more sense than him just attacking Naito, as if Naito had nothing to do with it. Like, really didn't say anything other than about the single main event thing and not the co-main event. But that's whatever. Mm-hmm. And also, I didn't like the fact that Evil, Sonata were just standing on the side of the ring watching Naito get beat up by Jericho.
Oh yeah.
There is a really awkward sequence where you can see them in camera in the shot, and it's just like, dude, what are y'all doing? Go help your leader.
Yeah, it was kind of.
And then the whole Naito and laying down in the ring and then Jericho jumping on him, where I'm just like, that didn't work. That looked like you guys messed that up. It felt really sloppy. That whole segment felt extremely sloppy.
Yeah. But it sounds like Chris Jericho is here to stay for New Japan.
Yep.
So
he falls downwards, not upwards, like everybody else in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, that's a good point. But anyway, that concludes our New Japan Pro Wrestling coverage.
Yes, it does. It's time to go to bed.
Yeah. Wow. This was 3 hours. Ooh, Gizmo.
Yeah, I love Gizmo. It's a long one. But
nice. But whew, finally got that out of the way. Oh man. Well, bro, it's been fun.
You know it. I'm thirsty as all hell. I'm about to give me something to drink.
Sounds good. But we covered a lot.
We did.
Got a lot
2 weeks worth of shows.
Yeah. Got a lot to look forward to with Mixed Match Challenge coming up eventually as it gets closer to NXT TakeOver Philadelphia and the Royal Rumble.
Next week.
So be sure to keep on the lookout for us as we will bring in our thoughts and news and loaded goodness.
Never stop biting.
Yeah.
You know it.
So remember to hit us up at GOWGO gaming at gmail.com. Wow, that's a lot of G's.
Yeah, GOWGAMING.
Wow. But send us an email, follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Eventually we'll have a Facebook page.
Yeah, Mo will do it, but he had some stuff come up, so
yeah. But thank y'all so much for watching.
Thank you.
Leave comments, feedback, and oh snap! Dakota Kai released a tweet. Thank you for all the kind words. Yeah, it sucks that what happened. Not sure how long I'll be out for. One thing you can count on is that I'll be back in the ring eventually, and I want a rematch.
No, please don't.
She wants a rematch with Shayna Baszler.
I wouldn't do that.
The leader of Team Kick.
Yeah, kick her face in.
We'll see what happens.
It's a bad idea.
Mm.
Oh, it's a very bad idea.
But you can't blame her.
I can't blame her. She's going to get wrecked.
Mm.
They're not having her beat Shayna Baszler. Get out of here. Yeah, don't even try to keep that one up. You know, good and well ain't having to beat damn Shayna Baszler.
She's the captain of Team Kick. She has the best kicks.
Yeah.
You know you like Dakota Kai's kicks.
I do like Dakota Kai, but she's gonna get her ass kicked. She'll be the queen of getting her ass kicked for sure.
Wow.
She'll be like Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks back in the day. But she just kept getting stomped. And then she got her damn nose jacked up and she had to go away for a minute.
Wow. But all right, bro. It's been fun.
Yeah.
For Team GOWGO Wrestling Podcast via Geek Out What Games Out, I'm BlitzballChamp. He is HollywoodSinema.
Yeah.
He's lighting the fire, and we're getting the heck out of here.
We're getting out of here.
Good night, y'all.
Have a good one, party people.